There we go, and you guys should be able to hear everything now. Hoi, 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 hello, hello, and hello. Welcome, everyone, to an emergency change of plans. We do some Bonking today. I was hoping we would do some Grounded, but people got sick, yeah. Shit happens, I don't like it. They need, it's not so much... It's not that I don't like it, it's I don't like having to do stuff last minute. Shit happens, I get it. But, we're playing MEGABONK today. And we have a couple people here. We have Temp, we have Akko, we have Marshall, and then we have Discordia. I'll be getting all the information plugging into the description, and I'll be plugging into the side chat pretty soon. Anyways.
Chips.
Yay! We are live!
The controls for the starships are listed in both keyboard and mouse, and controller, but the same controls are called different things on each one, so I don't know what does what.
Yeah, hit the wrong button.
I end up just crashing my ship, getting out, logging back in and out to put me back in the hangar, and that's when the game's graphics start glitching out severely, and I've got kind of a beef PC, so the fact the graphics were glitching out was like,
ow.
Okay, this shouldn't be happening. My computer's more than good to run this. My drivers are up to date.
I appreciate you guys talking while I'm eating, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just streaming MEGABONK right now.
Yeah, and that was the
Ooh,
point where I was, and that was the point where like, okay, you know what? This was a waste of $45. I'm gonna refund it.
Yeah.
So I go to refund it. First of all, it won't let me cancel my subscription.
I don't need crit change.
It didn't recognize my password anymore. I had to enter a new password to cancel my subscription.
Oh my
And
god.
Yeah,
Oh no.
So I had to do that. From what I understood, it said I didn't have a password. So I actually had to enter a password to cancel my subscription to the game. And then I put in a ticket to get it refunded. I'm gonna check back on that later. Yeah, don't buy Star Citizen. It fucking sucks.
Don't
I
let.
say this is a huge science fiction autist. Do not buy Star Citizen.
I thought you were talking about Star Sector. Yeah, I thought you were going to talk about Star Sector and be like, "Are you sure you want to do that with Rage right next door?"
Oh no. I fucking love Star Sector. That's my. When I'm in the mood for something like Eve, but I don't want to log in and deal with the bullshit of I play Star Sector.
Yeah. Shadow, what happened was,
Ava wasn't feeling well and had to dip.
I didn't know if I was allowed to say that or not.
I mean, like, you could just say that Ava's not feeling well.
Yeah.
Ava's not feeling well because Ava's not here.
Ava is indeed not here.
She got the gauge from Magma.
What?
Magma gave her the gauge.
I'm not gay!
So whatever she got it from you.
What?
No,
Someone
legit,
said Star Sector?
Nope.
No,
Damn it, Bull.
Hi, Rage. How you doing?
hi, Bolt. Yeah, no, that's literally one of my favorite games ever.
Finally! Somebody that plays! Yay!
All I'm gonna say is, and no one will get what I'm about to say, but not gonna avoid shipyards for life, baby.
Yes!
Rage
Yeah.
has found a new friend.
Give me my carrier and missile spam.
So here, chat, I'm gonna put up a vote for you, chat, and then I wanted to ask. iDubbbz made a new video.
iDubbbz me? Oh no. I am tempted to put up the reaction.
I'm tempted to go and get a fork and go to my nearest outlet.
Oh, don't do that.
Don't do that,
Don't do
Rage.
that, please.
Don't do that. I barely know you, but don't do that. There's so much to live for. There's too much pussy out there for you to.
Oh God.
Yeah, don't. I don't know if I should say, the S void, but yeah.
Playing. I don't know what to play tonight.
I mean, I did.
His new video is literally saying, "Is Trump trolling secretly based?"
Rage, do it. I'll give you shekels.
Yeah. Honestly,
Do it? Go put a fork in the outlet? Alright, BRB.
Well,
Yeah.
rip him.
literally all I did, Sam, was to pick a game I know I had a thumbnail for.
It's fair.
Because I did not want to make a thumbnail for
I made
Stalker.
3 thumbnails in the span of 10 minutes.
Oh
Listen,
my
Beaumont,
God.
If someone says they'll give me shekels, I might as well do it, Especially since I just come right back. I got my phylactery right here.
You know what? Fair. Fair.
Well, you never minding, Shadow. Ow, owie.
I'll probably not be hanging around for that video if you want to watch that cringe iDubbbz slop content. But I was wanting to just pop in because yes, I did hear Star Sector. And you all need to play it. Marshall can verify. It is good autism game.
Yeah, no,
I have an autism game. I'm playing it right now.
seriously,
Kenji is my
go
autism.
to the, listen, I will actively shill this right now. Okay, go to the Star Sector website. It's an old ass website. It looks sketch. It's fine. Buy Star Sector. You can mod the shit out of it. Get lost in space. Fucking start a war. Whatever. It's awesome. Play it.
Rage sent it to me. I was like, hey, you should have everyone play this. And I looked at the site and I'm like, I do not trust you.
Yeah, Temp said it looked like spyware.
As someone
I'm
who
telling
does...
you, not!
Well, no,
It's
as
a
someone...
2010
Rage,
website!
Rage, as someone that does text, if you look at the Star Sector website, it looks sketchy as all hell.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
it does. It looks like a seedy back alley.
It does!
And okay, like as somebody who is incredibly paranoid, I can I can tell you, it is legit. It looks bad. It is legit. All right. It is like they're not gonna scam you or something. It just looks it just looks like that. It is.
That's what the Nigerian scammer said before he took all my money.
Okay, but I'm not Nigerian. You can trust me.
Yeah, I mean they don't
That's what
trust
all
me
Nigerians say.
because I'm Jewish. Look, all I'm saying is Seth made a video on it, so clearly it's a good game.
Yeah. Right.
Seth's
That steals all our information.
Damn it,
Praise
chat, I
be
want to
to
make
the
trees.
Guildmaster.
Vote for the trees.
Actually, wait. No, I'm gonna call you on that Seth's attached thing. He also made a video.
Pain.
No.
the chunk cam. No.
I know you played the shit out of it.
It's not.
Ready to do it? I'll give you shackles.
If
Magma,
it wasn't
are
for
you-
the fact that me and Magma are doing Aviotic on Saturday, I'd totally say we just do Aviotic. It's just think
I would not mind just playing Aviotic right now, to be honest.
Why am I being offered shekels?
I don't know, so I want to give you shekels.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
a
thank
Jew and a
you.
Nigerian together in the same call.
Oh, God.
Well, what we could also do,
2 Jews and a Nigerian.
granted,
Let's
it would take a long
go!
time,
Wait,
is there's
Discordia.
a new June the King video.
I'll...
Oh,
What?
hell yeah. Also, wait, Discordia, you telling me you're Jewish?
I was bar mitzvah.
Shalom! Hello, fellow guild
I thought you
member.
knew
I mean,
that.
how
That's
it-
why I thought that's why you connected
I
so
don't
well
know.
with him.
I don't know what the hell you're saying, but
Cheese! The moldy cheese has been acquired!
these words.
No,
He's speaking Yiddish to you right now.
between you two being Jewish and me being Roman Catholic, we got the Judeo and the Christian in here. Kind of based.
Now he's Mormon, so it's
Hey.
even more fucked up.
Moldy gloves!
Well, the funny thing is I have a Muslim friend, so I have a Muslim, I got a Christian, and you got me as the Jew.
I need to just get the Hindu
Oh.
now.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's go Dragon Ball on this bitch.
Okay,
Magma,
click.
did you see what I bought for Saturday?
No. Put it in side chat.
I
real
bought
quick.
the DLC.
Oh, no,
Saturday.
no, I did see that. I did see that, yeah.
So we get to explore in that before we do story on Saturday.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
on. There's a super chat aimed at me, so permission to read it, Akko, even though it's your stream.
It was just TTS'd out, but you can read it again.
Okay. Yeah, I got your stream. I got your stream muted because I'm gonna.
Moldy cheese!
Voice. I think Marshall is a Nigerian Canadian. I just can't prove it. That's not the dumbest. That's not the dumbest theory people have come up with about me. But you know what? I like that one, Hurtbox.
Alright,
Actually, wait a
I
minute.
just wanted to come in. I'm gonna get the fuck out. You all have a wonderful time.
I mean, yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Beaumont, feel free to add me. Let's shoot the shit on some more Star Sector shit.
Oh, yeah. Ah, damn! You left before I could friend him on this.
Oh, yeah. You can still friend it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
His DMs are
my
open.
manager.
His DMs are pretty open. If you
He's a very lonely.
respond.
He's a very lonely Hebrew.
Got the socks.
I will. Raging Bull, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. He's Medicare? What?
No.
No,
Fun-
he
great-
calls
That's
himself
just-
that.
Great guy, but sometimes his gets out a little too much. Hey.
Nah, man. You're thinking back at saying dumb shit people said about me. The one I liked was when I was accused of quitting EVE Online while I was in the middle of an incursion with my alliance.
You will join Lucky soon. I'm calling it. Marshall, you better get your pen out because you might be joining Lucky because of that.
No.
I'm joking.
Funny though.
The who and the what and the what?
Oh, Lucky is the name of our agency that we're in.
You wouldn't want me in an agency. I'm a brand hazard.
So am I.
You better say we have Akko. Akko is very much.
We
also
have
a
two.
brand hazard.
We have two former VTARs. What are you talking about?
But say there's a lot of brand hazard in Lucky right now. So
You know what? Fair.
Your,
also,
we have, it's Saturn and Shiro. They're
Yeah.
the two good. They're two of the good
Saturn's
ones.
pretty cool. I like Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn's based. I like.
yeah, he's chill.
Hey, listen, if anybody ever accuses her of being like a bigot and stuff, like, look, Saturn and I have like been like mutuals for like a while. I listen, I do not mind being someone's like, you know, I do not mind, you know, leveraging the gay card. I mean, it's like, hey, shut the fuck up, homie.
For her, I'll make an exception.
Yeah.
Well, I got flack on I got flack on Twitter recently for pointing out how like I, you know, would unironically hang out with an actual homophobe than some of the people on Twitter who claim to be an ally.
Not Chunkcam the Terrible. Chunkcam the Terrible has been dealt with.
Listen, I watched someone play Bolt Gun recently. Who was it? It was Magma.
It was me. I played Vulcan like I think 2 weeks ago. Moldy cheese.
Y'all see who they announced is going to be the voice actress of the Sister of Battle?
Yeah, that means absolutely nothing to me.
That means nothing to me. Who is the voice actor though?
Hold on. Let me look it up because
Is she the girlfriend to the boyfriend who's the main actor of the cast?
it's oh shit. It's Chara Lana Zard.
Don't know who that is.
Hold on. Alana Pierce. Apparently, like I didn't like. I didn't, you know, I wasn't okay with it just because it's clearly a nepo hire. She's the girlfriend of the guy who voices Malum Kato. But apparently, she's done a bunch of really awful shit as well. Like joined Funhouse and it went to shit. Let's go through the last one.
Can't afford that. Okay.
Why did I search Bolt Gun 2 and Twitter filtered it with just the 2 of Samus being fucked? I'm so glad it's not being showed on my screen.
Oh, you have no. I was looking up the stuff for the stalker stuff on Sunday, and I was on my just chatting screen, like trying to get my look up a different like an article I found on Twitter. Oh dear God, what the fuck?
Yeah.
She's apparently in the past implied that indie games deserve low scores because they have less manpower, effort, and money behind them.
That's why they're better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, but she's apparently used to work for IGN. That explains a lot, actually.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Brie Larson is the new VA for Rosalia. Yes, and that's just because. And it's not going to matter because we're not seeing her face. We're not going to see her emotions. She's actually a fairly decent voice actor.
Yeah,
well,
if she doesn't include politics, I don't really give a shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Maybe she learned a lesson from a decade ago.
Well, I mean, having
Leave
her
it
entire
a decade.
having her entire career literally evaporate overnight because she was insufferable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, too. As much shit as we give Nintendo for Pokemon, when it comes to Mario and Zelda, they do have quality control.
For the most part.
So, and to be fair, after watching that trailer, it actually looks really fun. It actually looks like a coherent sequel.
Yeah.
I will die on the hill that the 1990s Mario Brothers movie is superior.
Oh my god, that movie.
Oh yeah,
so
have you seen the new Konami announcement?
Which one?
Konami's making a actual animated series.
Oh.
No, not Konami. Kojima's making an animated series.
Yeah, Kojima,
Caveat: you can only watch it on Disney Plus.
And like that, you've lost me.
Exactly.
Yep. And it's another Death Stranding thing too.
Yep. Yeah, it's Death Stranding related, so take that as you
How's
will.
Quarter Pounder doing? You know what? Maybe we should see if the Quarter Pounder made a video on there. You know what?
We get more damage going.
I remember trying to play Death Stranding. It was the first game I ever tried to stream. I got my stream silenced because you can't turn off the licensed music.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I do appreciate these developers actively trying to do like streamer modes because of copyrighted music.
Yeah, but apparently, according to Kojima, the reason you can't mute it is because it's there to enhance the experience. It's like, yeah, well, I'd also like people to watch my VOD, and I also like my streams on YouTube to be monetized.
Or hear me out. just make custom soundtrack and music for everything.
Isn't there a streamer mode in Death Stranding 2?
I don't know.
I only asked because, I'm like, joking with it, because Pecor was in it, which means Kojima has acknowledged VTubers.
But
That's
Kojima has acknowledged VTubers since VTubers been a thing.
Right.
He has not made a
but
video.
But I'm saying that because if this is the case, maybe he's taken into consideration the whole streamers can't play his game thing. Speaking of Kojima, did you see that Kojima's in some hot water lately?
Why?
Oh yeah, because he took a picture next to a communist.
Oh, that thing.
And people are like, oh my god, he did, and everyone's just like, it's Kojima. He takes pictures with just about everyone that walks up and says, I will take a picture with you.
I don't even know who the guy who took a picture is with, so.
People also try to say he's a communist because he has like Che Guevara stuff. It's like the guy's a Westaboo. Of course he's gonna have Che Guevara stuff.
Like, the only thing with the fear with Kojima is Jeff Keighley simping. And that's
Yep.
it.
All right, chat. You want me to continue with the mountain? I'll continue with the mountain. I really wanted to design custom trees tonight, but you guys want me to
No,
do the
you do mountain. No, okay, that's not that.
While I'm doing that, let me see if there. People don't want to watch the iDubbbz thing, so we're not going to watch the iDubbbz.
Projectile count lifesteal.
We did have the new Valve announcements today. We talked about it on Dogway.
Well, yeah, I was thinking Dogwave is where we talk about it.
Guys,
Right, but it's also relevant because it was announced today.
It's 3 new devices. 3. Half-Life 3 confirmed.
I mean, actually, in the announcement, there was a lot of Half-Life references.
Yeah.
And apparently, there was a custom keyboard to show off the new Steam machine.
That
and apparently
Lambda.
It had a Lambda symbol keycap.
Yep.
Listen, I want to get off Gabe Newell's ruse cruise, okay?
I'm working on it, Gabby. Now, to be fair, nothing's confirmed, but we do know HLX is in development. So it's like, it could be any time now. A lot of people figure they will want to have HLX be a launch title for the Steam machine.
Oh,
which
yeah.
means if that is the case, that should be imminent on the announcement.
People saying the 16th.
18. I'm hearing 18.
Oh. I heard 16th, so it might be.
I mean, we'll see.
Either way, it's hopefully being announced.
18th is a Tuesday, so that would literally be a week from today.
Ah.
So,
Well, let's just see what it will be. There's still. I need to play Opposing Forces because that's the only one. That's the only fucking thing I forget the name of the character from.
Opposing Force just really isn't mentioned at all.
That's what I'm thinking. They might be bringing back that person for Opposing Forces.
What's really funny, I was watching Tyler May Victor stream, and a lot of people in his chat were like, well, Lioness played it, and in some of the footage, they were showing off boats. Which means this is totally the Borealis from Portal 2. This is confirmed now. Oh my god.
That is Cope.
You are all jumping at straws. Stop.
Hi Gwimbis, hi Festiva. Chat Magma hates chat. It's also the fact I'm looking at Temp's chat in my game and trying to figure out what the fuck's going on right now. That's just me making excuses, sorry. Bop.
You're creating a little farm down there, Akko, of monsters.
I would light it up, but I am gonna need to make a mob switch here soon. What the hell? Oh my gosh, they're suffocating in the wall.
Suffer.
Magma learns bad habits from Lumi. No, I read chat, Gwimbis. I read chat.
Yeah, and as far as anyone wondering why I don't have a game up, I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. This is why it's nice when I decide what I want to do beforehand. So,
Oh, free ad. Let's go.
You know what, chat? I want to take a break from building, just for a minute.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna go do some raid farms.
Give me a region, please.
Kojima and Araki, JoJo's Mangaka.
Owie.
Boo. See, I don't know anything about JoJo, but Kojima gets.
I don't hate you, chat. No. No, please don't be like this.
Okay, I get back and all I hear is Magma hates people.
I don't.
Specifically Chad.
No, I don't. Jesus Christ, that gave me a lot of money.
Right.
I hate being indecisive. Because it's like, I could play Player Obscure, but I'm playing it on my own time. Or I could play any of the other games, but what if I'm streaming it?
Can't play the new Destiny 2 event.
Yeah, ironically, like if I was still playing Destiny, now would be the great time to boot it up.
What's going on in Destiny 2 right now?
I have
And-
no idea.
Imagine playing Destiny. That's all I gotta say.
Would you
Yep.
believe me if I said I want to log into Destiny just so I can take pictures of messes?
I mean, you're at that point. You're not playing the game. You're just preparing for stuff.
Yeah, because I want to like make a biome that's based off of messes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're playing the game at that point.
And here's the problem: is like if you wanted to log into Destiny and play it, it's like the game is still fun. It's just Bungie sucks.
There's nothing.
I've been
to...
hearing a lot recently that Bungie is like, or Sony
no.
regretting Bungie.
Sony actively came out and said they regret buying Bungie.
They really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. At this point, they actually lost money buying Bungie.
Let me see if I can find the exact post from Destiny Bulletin. I put it in the docket. We'll talk about it on Sunday in more detail. But this is really, really fun.
It is fine. They dug their
From
grave.
Destiny Bulletin. New Sony says Destiny 2 sales and user engagement have
Oh,
not
I got
reached
one shot.
what it expected when it bought Bungie, downwardly revising projections as it records a 240 million impairment loss on Bungie assets.
I think that armor is actually swung.
There's an actual article. We'll read the
We
article
play
on Sunday.
Fox.
But
You could go for Mass Effect. That's Gabby.
I debated it, but I'm not. The problem is, like, if I'm not feeling a game, I'm not going to be able to deliver good.
I hope Marathon comes out and is closed down in 2 weeks like Concord. Same. That would be funny.
I would laugh.
Apparently, they're aiming for Marathon to come out in March of 26 now.
Well, now that GTA is not coming around at the same time, it won't immediately die.
Yeah. Well, okay. If ironically, Magma, we were just talking about it. If Valve announces HLX, which could be Half-Life 3. 2026 is about to be a goddamn bloodbath. Because no matter what, it's going to be between Half-Life 3 and GTA 6.
Yeah, and
Bungie
the thing.
is a 3.6 billion regret for Sony. That sucks.
Yep.
Oh, hey, free item.
Oh god, I'm sorry,
Evening
I'm just
Bloodsaw?
imagining how much of a bloodbath 2026 is going to be.
The thing is, if a Half-Life X is as good as Half-Life Alyx and Half-Life 2, it should win Game of the Year.
That's the thing, is like, based on sales alone, GTA 6 will. But
Sales don't indicate a good game. And I'm tired of
Yep.
people saying that. I am tired of people saying that sales talk is a good game.
you know what? We're just going to do my 14 dailies, and then you all get to deal with me.
Okay. I mean,
Does
you could
show
just
a
stream
general
Guild Wars 2.
interest in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, Space Marine 2, why are you opening up on my second monitor? What's wrong?
Tiny crit chances, right?
Holy shit, that's a lot of pillager heads.
Wait, is there an update to 14? Oh, you know what? 14 did go down for maintenance yesterday.
What's new? Is Akko still trying
they
to talk
just
about
removed,
this? Gabby, wait, actually, that is a good question. Akko, will you be talking about the Destiny Hassan drama?
Didn't you talk about it on Side Scrollers?
I did, but I didn't talk about it today. I would like to do more preparation for it, honestly.
Okay.
Because that should be its own
How's
stream.
going to talk about? Mainly it's clowning on Bungie at this point. Bloodsaw. Hey, Scarf.
Nori, thank you for the raid. Welcome.
Hey, welcome. Yay. Also, I need to actually get Discordia and I forget, Marshall, do you have a YouTube channel or no?
I do this.
Can you put that in the side chat real quick, please?
Yeah, sure. Oh wait, the side chat. Where's that?
You might not be able to, Magma.
Oh.
Okay, I'll PM it to you then. That's
Because I do want to
Yeah,
get,
as a-
get better at posting anyone's channels on the.
I got a Twitch channel too. Should I link that?
It was Twitch or YouTube, your main.
YouTube is kind of the main these days. I do way more on that. I just stream on Twitch.
Yeah, give love to everyone here, guys. Yes.
Yeah, fuck, I'll send it. I'll send it to you anyway.
I just
Yeah,
hit, I just hit my elbow on my desk.
Ah, you hit the funny bone.
It's not funny.
I want to
Chad,
find the
I'm not
guy
gonna do
who
that.
I want to find the guy who called it the funny bone and just be like, man, fuck you.
It would be funny, chat, but I'm not gonna do that.
Reacception.
And I know Discordia's channel.
Hmm?
Apple is
Okay,
launching
what about-
digital IDs. Oh,
It's literally just the Apple Wallet again. Call it something different.
Oh, right, I was working on these. Because and then the servers went down because 14's been under a constant DDoS.
It has.
Yeah.
Give love to everyone that's in the VC, guys. Tell Akko they've been on a police standby screen for like 10 minutes. Oh, have you really?
Oh yeah, I've not really just been doing it much.
Okay, well, there you go, Clips.
Is that done? Oh, no, I fucked one of them up because they DC. Thank you.
I need to get another weapon. That's not what I wanted, though. Oh, shit.
Oh, Akko.
Apple.
You saw that Mr. Beast is opening Beastland tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Okay. Did you see my response to him?
Nope.
Yeah, it's Sonic related.
So, you finished Sonic Unleashed, right?
Nope.
You know the intro to Eggman Land?
Yep.
Okay. I responded to Mr. Beast with just the intro to Eggman Land.
The thing
Oh, yeah.
about the Beastland is, I don't think it's gonna be that safe.
No.
Because Mr. Beast has shown that he will do things on a fly just to get more views. Like the fire thing where he burns out the house and everyone's like, don't do that. And the fire department's like, yeah, we can't even do this.
Wait, hold on. Mr. Beast is opening an amusement park.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's in Saudi Arabia, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what? It sounded bad enough when I heard Mr. Beast amusement park, and then he said it's in Saudi Arabia. Just, dude.
Yeah.
Jimmy Beastland. Yes, chat.
Get away from me, you slimes! Ah, hi, I'm Mr. Trunkham.
But yeah, Jet, we're basically just gonna be kind of doing whatever tonight.
Yeah.
I'm
Bounce
sorry.
anything in.
I mean, like, if Ava wasn't sick, you know, what would...
No, you're fine. Nothing for you to apologize for.
This is true. I just, I'm apologizing anyway.
Need more life steal, please. Ah! Owie! Owie! Pain, pain. Stop slowing me. Stop slowing me. Stop slowing me.
Famous war criminal, Mr. Beast.
There's too many goblins.
So I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Beast is gonna be Jigsaw before the year's out.
Probably.
The thing about Mr. Beast is he wasn't that bad, and then I don't think people will acknowledge that he let the fame get to his head a bit.
I think people need to remember he's owned by Knight Media, the same organization that also is in charge of Hassan Piker.
Now, in the defense of Night Media, they do not control what Hassan clearly says, nor Mr. Beast.
I don't. Well, I don't think it's the same as Mythic Entertainment.
I see that over there. Owie. I could do a poison blast. Yeah, poison
Here,
blast.
would you guys like to watch that June the King documentary that he made on
Sure.
Fire Software?
Let me get OBS set up for them real quick.
I feel like that would be fun.
Do I got my... Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I was watching your stream on Discord.
I gotta reframe it for the picture. Here we go. Before I do that, let me make sure I read all these super chats. I don't want to miss any of them.
Oh god, if I do, I won't be able to see.
By the way, Festival at the beginning of the stream. My apologies. Hump day. Who we humping today and why today? Because. And Sir Chimpus Bananaton sent me a banana earlier, and he also said I'm going back to lurking while in the gym. Well, I hope that you had fun in the gym.
I wish I can go to the gym.
Yeah, I bet you do. Let's see here.
I can
Sparky
just do an
says I
application.
stopped trying to make it in content creation when YouTube changed monetization rules in 2017. After that, I treated it as a hobby. Chaos said twice. You know what they say about people with big hands, and let's be real, you'd be gay for a freaking penny. Okay. Well, there's some context there that I feel like people won't get unless they see the beginning of the
Sorry,
stream.
chat. We're doing emergency editing real quick.
Mercenary for 2. Bull is the best part. I laugh hard when he talks. A lot of people like Bull. That's why I let him on here. Toa for 5. Such a shame. 10th edition sucks.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Can
Somebody
I
said
double?
say they like me.
No.
Huh.
No, I was talking about Raging Bull.
Oh, Bull. I thought I said Bo. I was like, why would you like me? What is wrong with you?
And chat, that is what we call self-degradation.
I will
Mercenary
not
for 2.
let-
Yes, rage. Feed the anger. Feed the hate.
Feed your hatred, Lord Vader.
Can't use that. Damn it. Actually, where is like?
And then Internet Zen. Where? There's a lot of these that I haven't hearted. I guess I just.
Oh.
Huh. Okay. Internet Zen for 10. For the record, 40k fans have 3 groups: tabletop players, lore enjoyers, and a mix of both groups. Everything pre-HH is golden age according to lore players. Tabletop players don't care about the lore.
A lot of them don't.
Well, tabletop players are the ones you would call a tabletop player are also primarily the tournament people. To be specific, yeah. Like, there's people who love the lore and play the tabletop, but then there's the people who their whole thing is just
There
the
it is.
tournaments, and I don't like them.
Yeah.
The
This
people
should
that
be
I
right
watch
here.
that do the minis, that do the lore and stuff like that is like what Eons of Battle is one that does that I watch. I think he's it, actually. Maybe Squidmar.
We like you because we are Sith. Toa for 5. 8th edition was kind of the start of the downhill in gameplay. I think I had the most fun in 6th and 7th.
Sorry, Chef. I'm not
Merc-
talking to you right now. I'm currently just
Yeah,
setting up this real quick.
Little context on that for you. 8th edition was the first big total rules revamp, and then they sort of soft revamped again in 9th, and then total revamped again in 10th.
There we go. Okay, let's
Yeah.
do this.
I
Chat,
see.
it's a secret in 14. I has bird.
Yay!
Let's see here. Mercenary for 5. Let's go by the simple rule. Akko, you want to enjoy the hobby and play the, then welcome aboard. You want to change the hobby, stay out and go away. I agree. Kolzer for 2 says, I remember this dude in reference to, I forgot his name. That's how much I forgot him already. I remember this dude. I unrecommended his channel. And then
You
Zelius
either like the setting or you like the rules.
for Zelius for 2 a little bit later. I remember this dude. I recommend his channel. Oh, okay. Lucen for 2. You can thank D-bags like Bricky for helping GW. Yes.
And GW is was going to pay him to be in Space Marine 2. We couldn't do a British accent, which doesn't make sense because there is Southern African accents in the Space Marine game too.
Screw you, 14. You took days away from me and were fun. It still is fun, and it still takes plenty of days away.
Internet Zen for 5. The first big Mike Brooks 40k books were Orc books by Brutal Kunin and Da Big Daka. They are pretty much his only decent books.
Yeah.
And I think I'm caught up on everything.
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna take
Yep, I am.
I have I have the display ready to capture if you want to stream the video, Akko.
Sounds good. Let me pause my music.
Oh, you're okay.
We're fine. I forgot about that, chat. And I can actually read and then watch the same time. Huzzah! I figured it out.
How does a highly respected creator go from getting over 1 billion views a year to losing it all the following year? It's simple. Do not
No. Absolutely not at fault there.
Admit.
There you
So
go.
for everyone who's mad about that,
Yay.
fine. Be angry about it.
Fault.
We are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad.
There's no zero accountability, dude.
Jason Thor Hall grew a small following while proudly acting as the face of his game studio,
There you guys
Pirate
go.
Software. While this developed,
Impromptu
his
react
indie
stream.
game Heartbound did not. For nearly a decade, he has been teasing progress on Animus, a single chapter in his 5-chapter game.
A game that is never,
I don't think it's
Ever.
coming out.
ever going to be finished. Just letting you know, chat,
Ow.
it will never be finished.
I just can't get over the fact he called himself Thor.
Mm-hmm.
It is his middle name, so he is technically allowed to do that.
Okay, then that's more understandable then.
I don't mind if people go by the middle name, but if they make
Is-
it like pretentious
Yeah.
kind of thing, I don't care.
Is
Yeah.
this quest name called Forged in Corn?
What are you playing, Tim?
Final Fantasy 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, chat, tell me if the actual display capture is pretty good. There's more chances in GTA. There's more chance for GTA or Half-Life to come out than Pirates game.
Yeah.
Progress further stalled when he became something of an online icon. Through his YouTube shorts, Thor would grow rapidly. His viewership increased by 31,000% in November 2023 alone. Here, he would disseminate advice and establish his lore that would pay into his credibility.
Yeah, my
Three, let's
last
go.
job was hacking power plants for the federal government. I worked for the United States Department of Energy.
Yeah.
No, my dad did
You'll
this
get-
first.
Still want to see proof of
My
that.
dad is the WoW guy from Software.
We
I
will
am a
get
content
good
creator
40k
specifically
before
as a
his game
developer
comes
that
out.
has worked in this industry for years.
Pirate Software was massive, but not unstoppable. It was in January of 2025 that he, alongside hundreds of content creators, joined in a massive collaborative gaming venture in the MMO World of Warcraft, a game which he not only helped develop,
And this is where it all falls apart.
but was also supposedly an expert in. It was his failure here, but more so his failure to admit fault, that unraveled everything.
Straight up, bro, this dude is a complete fraud.
No, that's the issue. This guy's egoistical as
I think I
The
called this
internet
on
wants
Autoplay
life
once.
as
If
Ow.
XQC is saying that you're egotistical as fuck, there's a problem. I'm gonna be honest with you. XQC is the last guy you want to hear tell you that you're egotistical. Just saying.
a life and tech guru struggled with even the simplest of PR decisions. For months, Pirate would only address compounding criticisms with unsatisfactory and snide retorts. This caused his indie game to lose support, brought a sharp decline in views, and fueled an endless stream of expose videos that had meticulously unearthed his controversial past and discredited every one of his achievements.
I've been called a pet, zoophile, corporate plant, degenerate, narcissist, nepo baby, and many.
Unironically, though, he is a degenerate. He's a furry. Any furry is a degenerate. All right, let's just be honest with ourselves. If you're not honest, you're also a degenerate.
You know,
Indeed.
I
Be
never
honest
knew
with
he
it.
was a furry.
Yeah, just be honest with it.
You didn't know
Oh,
he was a
absolutely
furry?
is. Oh,
No,
he
I-
absolutely is.
And, okay, now that you say that, he kind of reminds me of that guy from yourmoviesucks.org with the same haircut.
Yeah. No, he was a furry in Second Life. Like, he sold models in Second Life.
I want the chest, damn it.
I'm waiting for for the like what?
Say it, Tim. You are a degenerate. I never denied it.
Let's say, if you're on the internet, you're in some way degenerate.
And if you're in my Discord, you know I'm a degenerate.
He's a furry corpo plant. Yes, he is all those things.
All the accomplishments over my life, despite physical evidence to prove them contrary.
To get the fullest understanding, this video aims to capture all of Pirate.
By the way, this video is almost 3 hours long.
Oh no.
Jesus.
I'm telling you right now, we're not going to watch the whole thing tonight.
Oh, okay.
We're going to watch until I hit 10 hours and then I'm going.
You know, fair enough.
We're all degenerate down here?
In
Yes, we are.
1987, Jason Thor Hall was
Yes,
born,
Mask, let's go.
and 4 years later, a game studio integral to the story
That's
of
actually
Thor
really
was
good.
founded.
If I can't say no good about someone, then I'll say nothing at all.
Silicon and Synapse, composed of 3 University of California graduates, worked to port video games, essentially translating them to work on other systems. This included a game based on Lord of the Rings and other high fantasy themed games. Through their continued success, they developed their own original IPs. Joey Ray Hall,
So
Thor's father,
much
was a
healing.
new hire and responsible for many things, but mostly the artwork. The studio then renamed itself Chaos Studios.
Give me
As
this.
reported by PC Gamer, this was a decision made because, quote, people would often mistake silicon for silicone, thinking breast implants instead of electronics. As the studio saw continued success, its senior employees earned promotions.
I'm gonna be honest with you, that is single boy nerd talking right there.
Moldy
alright?
cheese. Yeah.
When-
Sorry.
When they
yeah.
think of silicone, they're thinking of chips.
Yeah. Sorry guys in chat that if the video is playing, I'm gonna be focusing on the video, and then when it's paused, I'll be reading the chats. Pirates game will come out when we're all become game coders ourselves.
You can mute yourself and then talk to your chat. It's okay.
I can do that. That's true.
Joy Ray Hall, through his work as an artist, a 3D modeler, and a supervisor, would eventually create and lead the cinematic team. At this point, the company had rebranded as Blizzard. It had become famous for its high fantasy original IPs like Warcraft and Diablo.
Hello, my friend.
Also in the 1990s, they released science fiction RTS StarCraft. All of these games were rich in lore and strategy and were developed with care.
Go, go, go. Let's move.
While Blizzard was earning its status as an iconic game studio, there was trouble brewing for Thor and his family.
Yeah, we had a moment. My dad and my mom split up when I was very young, right? And when they split up, we actually got the chance to like, which house do you want to live with from like the court? And I was like, chose my dad because my mom was very emotionally driven, and it just kind of freaked me out.
Thor, now wrestling with the emotions of his parents' divorce, used art as an outlet.
In high school, I became the leader of comic book club, so I started a comic book club, but it wasn't like we're collecting comics, it was we're making them. And then that's actually when I made the comic that is Heartbound today, because I made it when I was like 16.
Whoa. Bigot Berry says that Jason's view count is under 200 these days. Are you serious?
DCV or like total view count? Because those are very, very drastically different things to ask. Just saying.
You can kind of get an idea about his about how many views he gets based off of how many views his recent broadcasts have. I mean, his most recent broadcasts have over 60,000 views on some of them. Granted, he does stream for 10 hours at a time.
That is true.
That does matter.
Bigot Berry, I'm gonna need to see some proof for this.
If you're talking about like his YouTube videos, I don't think he focuses that much on YouTube.
No, he does. He used to do a lot of shorts. Thank you.
I gotta do my job. What I'm not paid to do.
Should have brought in a Zen Master. He knew Jason Thor.
Going for 10 hours? Yeah, the plan is 10 hours. We're about 2.5 hours from that, and then I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna go to bed, and then I'm gonna wake up and be an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. After this quest is over, I'm gonna walk away, refill my water bottle.
Yep. Our community help is doing a lot of yard work for tomorrow.
In high school, I became the leader of comic book club, so I started a comic book club, but it wasn't like we're collecting comics. And then that's actually when I made the comic that is Heartbound today.
Eventually, Heartbound would take the form of a video game. For now, what Thor had was the story and the emotion behind it.
Yeah, and it's funny, people in chat are talking about The Tower, which is a chapter in our game Heartbound. And yeah, that's completely what that's about. It's all about, you know, my relationship with my mom growing up and everything like that. That's why I made that section of the game. It was kind of
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
My mother.
Yeah, that's supposed to be my mom. Oh, interesting.
What are you trying to say?
I couldn't tell, bud. I couldn't tell based off of playing that game that your dad was the one that you really loved and that your mom was the emotional one. I definitely couldn't tell. I mean, that maybe was his goal. I don't know. Am I ever going to finish Heartbound? Fuck no, I don't want that spyware on my computer anymore.
I would not be playing Heartbound, chat. Don't ask me, please.
There are limits. No, I'm good.
Yeah, next one. Yeah,
Ask
next
for
one.
another 200. Oh, I would. I don't know, chat. I don't want to be. I don't want to like beg for money to finish a game.
Never heard of it. Good, Shadow. Good.
Buy
don't
you
know.
all.
I had a guy pay me Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was saying I had a guy pay me $200 to play Fire Warrior. That game sucks.
Yeah. 50 kicks. You're funny though.
That portion of the video game. I think for me, when I was young, it was, I guess, it felt like the norm. Like all people are going to be like this. So that's because you have very little respect. Lying to you about things, gaslighting, saying things that happened that didn't happen, all kinds of stuff, right? And it's a really bad feeling.
Thor, at around age 17, secured possibly his first job through the help of his
Oh God.
among hundreds of employees.
That's
was
interesting
one
sight.
of the elite. One of the first 10 employees of Blizzard before it was Blizzard.
The relationship with Blizzard, I mean, obviously your dad worked there, but you just helped you get in the door initially.
So he did back in 2004. So there was a bit of nepotism that happened there, which I don't like.
Oh,
He admits it. He admits it.
Right, so like I stayed there for about 6 months, and I was terrible to go. I was awful, 100%. And I
really
left
good on it.
because it was like a lot of shame. It's like I only got this job because of you.
Owie.
I'm not very good at it. This sucks, you know. So I left and I went freelance for about 5 years, and I made stuff online. I actually built things in Second Life.
Second Life, a multiplayer simulation
Bloodsaw, I would
released
only
in
play
2003, was
Golem
meant to
as like
capture
a
more mainstream
torture
audience
method at a
seeking
certain
escapism.
sub-goal.
Second Life is not a game. It is a multi-user virtual environment. It doesn't have...
I remember this scene.
Though Second Life at its peak did have over 1 million casual players, a more goal-driven, high-fantasy game would take the throne in terms of cultural impact and active user base. This was none other than World of Warcraft. This MMO, based on the Warcraft games, was a cultural phenomenon. The expansive worlds full of millions of active users birthed stories of great achievement and privileged addiction. So much so that even the television series South Park made an episode dedicated to it titled Make Love, Not Warcraft.
Even the people, when we did this episode in conjunction with the people at Blizzard, people who actually produced the game, and even they were like, boy, some of these people are losers that play this game all the time. Even the people who work for the company.
Thor's father, Joey Ray Hall, was one of the people Blizzard sent over to make this happen. As such, he was given the honor of becoming the inspiration for He Who Has Not Life, the antagonist of the episode. While Joey Ray Hall had cemented himself as somewhat of a cultural icon, mostly within the company, Thor, as a freelance contractor for players of Second Life, had started his own journey.
As funny as that is, did a whole ton of commissions, actually moved out, went off, lived on my own in Colorado, and like learned programming, learned how to do 3D modeling and texturing and like releasing things and living on my own, off my own creations, everything like that.
Yeah, Mr. Monkey, I did like
Thor
playing
began
Goblin
his
Clam,
journey
so I
on
might be doing
Second
that
Life under the
pretty
character
soon.
Maldavius Victory.
Oh boy, this is gonna be struck down. He doesn't like it when you call him that.
Over the years, this account will be renamed Constable Victory, Clockwork, Sexually Transmitted Bees.
Oh my god!
Wait, Kick in Space? Space
Thor began relatively small and unknown. It was only 6 months after Thor was exposed to this world that he created his Fur Affinity account.
Hey, it's
Here,
Bob.
he would commission artwork like his furry avatar inspired by a ferret. Even his profile picture was commissioned, likely using him and a ferret as models. Not only was Thor a fan of this artwork, but also, according to Avastar, a Second Life magazine and a piece written by Bilbo Winkler, quote, Funky
That is a name.
His Fig Tree owns Darksphere Creations as well as being a talented sculptor, unquote. In this interview, Thor, as Maldavius, states he helps tag reefers and that he himself owns his own hangout spot, a club known as Darksphere Creations, or DCS for short. This was built by him and a few other artisans. At some point, Darksphere Creations became more than a location. It became a company and an online store. As per this article on land sales in Second Life, quote, he bought his own sim. DCS is a content business that was founded September 16, 2006. Unquote. Thor, alongside an artist known as Melissa, would work to sell avatars.
So like I had a business at the time, I was working freelance, I was working on things with another person. The way it worked is I was creating programming, they were creating 3D models, and we were building these things together and then selling them online. And at that point, we were making a lot of money. I was making like 10 grand a month. I was making a ton of money. And for a young person, that's a ton. Even now, it's a ton. right?
Thor was making a good amount of money on Second Life, but this was not the only thing he was doing. As per this leaked text log, taking place around April 2007, he was also working with others to target specific Reapers. Today, these are better known as trolls. As Second Life was in essence many simulated worlds, these Reapers could come in and spawn endless entities to crash your world, or just overload it with noise-causing entities.
Yeah, I can see why they wanted to
While
combat
some
that.
Reapers could be less harmful in their approach, others could spawn in entities plastered with images of deskinned bloody wolves, decapitated animals, or images containing text and slurs. All of these were aimed to harass Second Life's furry community. Comes from the infamous 4chan adjacent Reaper group Patriotic Nigras, or PN for short. Thor, likely running into these through his Reaper hunts, eventually joined up with a group of like-minded vigilantes who called themselves Justice League Unlimited, or JLU for short.
That sounds so gay.
It kind of does.
That show Thor joining this group.
You know, I always feel like I'm too much of a dork, and then I see shit like this, and I'm just like, you know what? I wasn't that bad.
I was bullied enough as a child.
My parents raised me right.
And by the leader of the group, explaining the origin of the group wearing superhero costumes and a dedication to do good enough.
Yeah, Thor definitely wasn't bullied enough as a child, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That Maldavius accepts and becomes a member of JLU. There is a rapper role involved in this group, and their involvement with each other and their direct connections to Linden Lab, the creators of Second Life. This video will only cover Thor's involvement. As per the PM wiki, Thor created cubes that, quote, are probably hidden in a few other permanent objects. If they see any objects rest in the sim with common projectiles, resers, etc. names, it would automatically attempt to orbit you. Isn't this technically griefing as well? This is pretty much useless as well, as long as you actually know they do this. See bypass, unquote. This object of Thor's creation looked for keywords and activated when an item titled under a suspicious name like Orbiter, Weapon, Nuke, etc. was spawned in. They were effectively mass surveillance tools, but as PM discovered, they could be bypassed by naming Reaper tools or their components object, as object is a standard name for items in Second Life. This was not the only attempt Thor made to counter this infamous group. He infiltrated them as well. Quote, I'm not even a furry if you didn't know. I make money selling furry avies. I make
Are you gonna call it a night?
See the robot in front? That's my normal avi. The
Night
cube
Jedi.
on my hand is a cube of havoc, my weapon of choice. Unquote. Thor then claims he crashes some sims more than piano, implying he is a reputable Reaper. However, the other participant is distrustful. Later in the conversation, they ask why Thor would go around in a furry avatar if he is not a furry. Thor responds, quote, because if you show yourself as a member of the group, that group trusts you. Same with JLU, PN, and the rest. I show myself as a quote-unquote member, and they buy my stuff. When I'm a robot, I sell less. Sneaky sneaky, everyone knows I'm not a furry. Unquote. Thor did indeed grieve and or delete other simulations. One was of a client that...
No, he was just as bad. What the fuck?
Was a simulation...
Yeah, but he was doing it, Akko. That makes it okay.
Yeah.
Though there exist stories that Thor righteously struck the sim, the owner has stated that the sim was set to be rebuilt anyway, so it was not an act of malice. It was only seen as such because the sim was soon removed by Linden Labs themselves. Even so, PN struck back by spreading word of Thor's infiltration, tracking device, and his dogs. This includes his name, address, both home and cell phone number, and email. This could formally be found on the PM wiki. According to it, Thor tried to get this page removed, but did not succeed. Side note, Thor as Maldavius Victory did have a wiki for a page with his real name and birth date. It also lists the games he played and made note that his persona is a ferret. According to the wiki's removal request, someone, likely Thor, kept removing information from the wiki only for it to be restored, until it required
Oh my gosh.
personal
Jesus.
exclusion, which Thor allegedly verified it was him by posting comments.
You used to play that second-hand embarrassment for me.
I just love how they're like, if your name is Maldavius Victory, you're not allowed to ask for this to be removed. They caught on that he was asking for it to be removed. That's hilarious.
This is why his current day wiki for a page states it is left playing by request. As for PN's wiki that was maliciously doxing Thor, it also served as a gossip piece for a Second Life drama, and even makes note of Thor's father and his status at Blizzard. Undoubtedly, because Thor would bring this up in conversation. Things
How else would they figure it out?
Moto wanted to renegotiate their contract.
Eventually, that person came by and they're like, "Hey, I want to renegotiate. I want 80%, and I'm going to give you 20% because I do the art and you just do the programming." They didn't respect that the programming was half the job, right? And I said, "No, like we have a deal for 50-50. Like, no, we're not doing that." And they said, "Okay," and they took all of our work and they open sourced it.
According to the Alphaville Herald, quote, Maldavia's victory, notorious for having destroyed builds in the Woodbury University sim last summer, is in the news again this week after his controversial firing of Avatar designer Wingless Moto. According to reliable sources, Victory held and suspiciously time-staffed meeting last Friday morning, a meeting timed when Wingless Moto would be asleep and therefore unable to attend. During this meeting, it was determined that the talented Avatar creator Moto was earning too much and should therefore be removed from staff. The terms of service for Victory's company, Dark Sphere Creations, were conveniently changed, and Miss Emoto was removed from her position, all before she awoke to the news. Unquote.
Tabloids at the time do what tabloids do. We were kind of a big deal in the game at the time for the avatars we were selling, so they made extreme and idiotic statements and took the side of just the artist without reaching.
Mercenarix21 sent $5 for more hats. I had my encounter with Thor on EVE Online. He's the reason why I quit because he kept griefing me even though I had no idea why this guy was after me.
Wait, really? That's kind of crazy. If you have proof of that, you should share that. That's
kind of funny.
I mean, the Z kill board for it should be recorded still if you can hunt it down if you know his character name.
That is hilarious. It might still be Maldavia's victory. I'm going to be honest with you.
I'll be right back.
Okay, bye. We play Sneaky Ninja.
Thor commented on the story with the alleged chat logs between him and Wingless Emoto. Quote, Wingless says, I made a druid named Peniscock. Maldavia says, cool. I ran the company while you sat on your ass. Wingless says, keep up the good work then. I intend to continue sitting on my ass. I'm far too cheap to buy a new tablet right now. Maldavia says, you're an ass. You really are. You don't give a shit about this anymore, do you? You realize everyone else in this company is telling me to drop your ass right now. Even Grylor. Wingless says, did it really in the first place? Money is nice and all, but mostly I build because I like doing it. Unquote. This article has 55 comments. While some do point to the article's bias, as the image the author selected to represent Thor is of a furry avatar giving oral sex, the majority of comments testify to Thor's infamy. This comment in particular provides more information on him and Wingless.
Hey Liberty, hey Mr.
Quote,
Monkey.
Maldavia says, I fired her. She didn't work for 2 months, missed meetings because she was playing WoW and or too lazy to come, and then freaked out when I said I would be paying her on Fridays instead of point of sale due to tax complications since I had to report all this income for taxes. She's also underage, so I reported her. I know this because I met her IRL. She lives 2 hours from me. I told her she will be paid on Fridays for the sales when she turns in the weekly report as usual, and she freaked. So if half the content is mine, and I agreed to only take half revenue as I always did, then why would she be pissed? I planned the meeting, told her about it, she played WoW till 4 AM and slept through it. Not my fault. Unquote. This chat log, among providing evidence that Thor did fire Wingless as she slept, also provided the information that she was a minor and that Thor met up with her in real life. Thor would
Why would you?
Wingless was 17 at the time.
I forgot that he did this.
He also claims they never did anything sexual. An account claiming to be Wingless Moto would later add, quote, nothing inappropriate happened when we hung out.
The Anti-Fox who has deemed GP a lost cause and Mercenarix21 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. Yeah, I don't even remember my account name that I had under there a long time ago, and I had at least 3 accounts, so I don't remember.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, give her a god access, but I would say
I will say this is me looking up Maldavius on Z Killboard. I found at least 2.
Oh, dear.
He literally sat on my couch and played EVE Online the whole time, and it wasn't quote-unquote in private, my mom was at home, unquote. As for the other comments directed at Thor, they read, quote, this is not only hypocrisy from Maldavius, but greed. I am glad to see the rest of the grid waking up to what a cancerous evil there is in Maldavia's victory. Much of the drama in his little world centers around his penis. Unquote. These are only a handful of select quotes. On the
Well, he is a
other
furry.
side is this testimony. Quote, OMG, this is so funny. He wanted to be my business partner, so I took him on board. He did approx 80 minutes of work against my 30 hours and expected to get half the cash. Then, when I complained about this, as well as being constantly
That
called
is
for
very
2 weeks,
huge.
he gives me his, do you know how good of a scripter I am? How much I'm worth? I make $8,000 US a month from SL speech. Of course, at this stage, the alarm bells ring and I quickly hit the delete/silence button. Unquote.
I had a very kind of grand vision of myself. Way grandiose.
I can tell.
We can, yeah, we can tell.
Yeah, it's not hard
I thought I
to
was top of
see.
the world. I thought I was kick-ass all the time. And it humbled the shit out of me, frankly. It's the best way to put it.
It was not the falling out with the wingless Emoto that quote-unquote humbled Thor. It was wingless Emoto making all the avatars she had made for the business now free.
Our income went gone. So they cut off their nose to spite their face. They lost everything as well. But I was in a much more financially precarious position because I was an idiot and spent all of my money. That was on me, right? Their action, awful. But also, I didn't plan for anything like that. So I went homeless. I lived out of my car almost immediately, too. I didn't have money for 6 months' rent. Like, it was just like, boop, gone. That's a problem, right? And I was on a month-to-month situation like that, which is already highly...
Sorry, I was counting Pirate CCD wrong. I was only counting YouTube. He said it's quite a few on Twitch. That's what I figured. I'm gonna be honest. If he had gone down as low as me, I feel like I would have heard about it because people watch these people like talk. I'm not mad though. I don't really care honestly how high his CCD is. But like I was just really surprised. I was like, there's no way he's that low now. I mean, like, it happened to Bo Black, so it can happen to anybody.
Make the flea go awoo, awoo.
Awoo. The flea.
expensive. So I was out. And I learned throughout that process, it's like, I could blame them, but where's that going to get me? I'm going to get back in this exact same scenario.
Thor goes on to claim that it was his time being homeless that made him self-reflect.
What can I do better? So that
long.
even if another person acts improperly and tries to abuse that sort of connection with what they have over me, then I will not be back here. And that's where I formed all of these ways that I kind of handle problems and logically walk through problems and handle everything the way that I do, is to prevent that from happening to me again.
It appears that Thor, after his falling out with wingless Moto, attempted to run his own store using models of his own design with little success. It took Thor a year to scale his business to the point that he claims he was making $10,000 a month. As his fame gradually increased, so did his sense of status, leading him to make a decision that would not only turn the community against him, but also entirely destroy his career. Though he would feel humbled through his failures, these lessons, decades on, would be ignored, and history would repeat itself at a much larger scale.
He still gets 2K on Twitch. Fair.
Yeah. Living out of his car, he would use his experience in Second Life to apply once more at Blizzard. Thor, on his LinkedIn, reframes his time in Second Life generously, claiming he worked as a
okay.
Internet Sim Master sent $5 for more hats. Thor, self-reflect. What alternate timeline did that happen in?
I know, right? Also, have a good night. Nico, have a good night.
Good night.
Unquote, freelance security researcher and developer. Either with this or through his father, Thor got a job at Blizzard for a second time. Thor claims this was...
Yay! Congratulations, Thor!
It was in 2009, and I applied again, and I got the job with that. And that was the whole point for me, was to make sure that I got a job at a place like that. Good thing is never a good thing.
At Blizzard, Thor worked under the quality assurance team. These are game testers meant to find quirks or bugs before the product is made public. This is highly important for MMOs like World of Warcraft, as a major bug can lead to rare item duplication or the like. Little would have been known of Thor's character in this time period if it were not for his ex-coworkers speaking to the person Thor was.
Basically, what happened is we share the same last name. That's why I don't mind sharing my last name. When I joined the company, they literally thought that we were related because I have a couple of years on him, so they thought that I was his older sister. And they thought that with me coming
Man, that's gotta feel weird.
potentially
A little bit.
And he would be less of a problem.
This comes from an interview creator Quinthio conducted. Though Cynthia Hall
Shout out to Quinthio.
Blizzard that she was not related to Thor, she still bare the responsibility of keeping you on track, which was not the easiest task.
Whatever the task was for the day, it could just be spawning different monsters and testing their affixes to see how they perform. That easy. But you would just kind of create a character and idle in the client and read Reddit. That's literally what he
No.
Read Reddit?
me when I was assigning the
Oh my god, he's a Redditor.
So not only did I see
I mean, we knew that.
what he was doing.
He's a furry, so that makes sense.
Okay, you know what?
No offense if you're a furry, but if you are a furry, there's a higher likelihood you're on Reddit.
Yeah.
I saw what he was doing and said.
Cynthia claims that even with the knowledge that Thor would slack off, there was little she could do because of who Thor was.
He said, well, you could try to escalate it, but no one's going to do anything because I've tried to report it before. So I talked to my manager and I talked to one of the department heads. Like, I talked to the manager over the project. And I was essentially told that no one is going to do anything. It does not look good on your future at Blizzard if you mess with an executive's son, period. Everybody knows who Jason is. If you write him up, if you fire him for misconduct or otherwise, people are gonna know you did it. They're not gonna know that anything was actually going on. They're just gonna know you were the guy that fired Joey Ray's son, and your career is pretty much toast. Because everybody in the games industry knows each other too. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted to do, because nobody would force correct.
About right. On the website Kiwi Farms, under the username Boing Boing, also wrote of what Thor would get away with. Quote, during a charity event on campus, he participated in a League of Legends tournament. He was profanely screaming at his teammates across the office about how shitty they were for not being able to buy to counter the other team. This was a casual charity event.
Oh my god, she's got milkers!
Mercenarix21 discovered Mom has milkers and gave $5. To give you an idea of how long ago it was for me, I remember the days of New when they blockaded one of the checkpoints in Eve. I beta tested Eve.
Wow, that's incredible.
Oh, Jesus. Respect, dude.
Indeed.
Not some actual like shit, and these were people he worked with on his team. I'm actually shocked he wasn't written up for this, but only one manager was present and locked in his office at the time. Unquote. Given no recourse, allegedly some of Thor's other co-workers saw fit to troll him.
But this guy is a master troll. This guy was also one of my best friends. Would print out a photo of Edward Cullen's face and tape it to the bottom of Pirate's mouse, so that whenever he would come back to his desk, he would wiggle his mouse to try to wake his PC, and he just couldn't wake his PC, so he'd have to flip his mouse over and be greeted with Edward Cullen's face. And you could just hear him scream across the floor.
That is kind of funny. that is really funny.
That's pretty base. That's pretty base.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that.
Nah,
so much.
that's a funny prank.
You said the name was Edward Cullen? Oh my gosh, that's just...
Yeah, it's the dude from fucking Twilight.
Imagine, chat, you're trying to wake up your PC, okay? You realize that your mouse is struggling. You turn it over, and this is the face you see. Pirate software. I'm just imagining a 4 screen. Only it's not in his... I was just gonna say, it wouldn't be in his high-pitched voice. It would be in his high-pitched voice because he's this is back in his high-pitched voice era.
Having seen all of the Twilight movies, yeah, that's a horrible experience.
Yep.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Became my roommate because his dad kicked him out of the house, and I happened to be in need of someone to take over a room that another person fell through on. I already observed some good shit, but I was in a bit of a bind and figured it would be fine since we were on the same overtime schedule. I really should have known that if Joey Ray didn't want him around, it was best to keep Max distance. Unquote. Cynthia provides this message as evidence that she believes Thor may have been initially hitting on her, even though Thor did have a girlfriend who also worked at Blizzard. As per these two messages, it is evident that Thor moved in with Cynthia October 2011. Quote, from the first days after moving in, the kitchen was a literal pigsty. All pans would be constantly used and left dirty, usually with the remnants intact, dishes and utensils everywhere, sink full, built all over the stove and
Oh,
counters.
am I getting raided right now? Oh, Amal, thank you for the raid.
Amal, thank you
buddy.
for the raid.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Oh, I got raided too. Hi, Amal.
Welcome.
We're listening to the June the King documentary.
Yep. Welcome Amal. Welcome Amal's Raiders.
Welcome, welcome.
I would ask what you're doing tonight, but I'm sure it was politics related.
Oh yeah, she was talking about Trump.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is she started and then stopped in the between my stream. Because I stream for 8 hours on Hump Day, I guess. I mean, I'm fine with it. I love doing it.
Yeah, you stream a lot of hours on Hump Day.
You do.
I think I love doing the marathon. It's like a marathon to me, and I like doing it only on Hump Day though. Only on Hump Day. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, my gamer subs is out.
You should be buying Advanced GG.
I do have
I do need to remind people that while the schedule did say grounded, we're not doing grounded. It is because Ava felt sick tonight, and we just did not want to do it. So we're just kind of shooting the shit.
The elf took all of the cookies, and she got
The elf
sick.
took all the cookies and got a stummy.
Yep.
Stummy. Got a stomach ache.
Got a
You're saying, wait, you're saying the elf took all the cookies? Isn't that
Keebler elf?
Profiling?
Ah, she's a Keebler elf.
Yeah.
No, she's in a, yeah.
Watch the Twilight films? What are you? Some
We
kind
got
of
raided.
masochist?
Quick, pull up the hazmat suits and hose down.
Oh, that was directed at me. Okay, the reason me and my boyfriend watched the Twilight movies is because we heard how bad they were, and we were like, how bad can they actually be? They're so bad.
Yeah, they're awful.
Well, you know the Twilight books were written by a Mormon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were written by a Mormon, and then someone else decided to write fan fiction of those books, and then scrape the serial numbers off, and that's how we got 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep.
The best part of Twilight is the ending.
Oh, hi, Mizu.
Oh, hi, Mizu.
Oh, hi, Mizu.
Hi, Mizu.
When did you get here, Mizu?
I've been here a while.
Just kind of snuck in. Also, are you talking about where they have this massive X-Men vampire final battle, and then they show it was all just a dream?
Yes.
It was all
Yeah,
just a
that, yeah.
dream, guys.
They salvaged the entire series and then shot it in the foot over the last hurdle.
Yep. Came to give a heart. Thank you, Requiem.
Well, it's better than how the book did it. You don't even in the book they kind of just talk it out. In the movie, she's like, "This is and that'll be what happens to you. You don't talk to us." It's like, I was just like, really, motherfucker, you're gonna pull that? You're gonna pull? It's all just a dream. When you made the movie series good for 5 minutes, come on.
I know,
Yep.
right?
I saw that in theaters because my mother insisted I had to go watch it with her because it was her birthday.
I am so incredibly sorry, Mizu.
Actually, it
Oh.
was really funny because in the final movie, while that was all happening, the entire theater was like girls and their boyfriends, and the boyfriends are just cheering the entire time. And there was this massive collective, like, "Ah, what the fuck?" Right when it was revealed that it was a dream. By literally everyone in the room.
Except for the women.
Yes, the women were like, "Oh, thank God." And all the guys were like, "Ah, fuck."
That's hilarious.
How many dudes broke up with their girlfriends or were being forced to watch that?
Fair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, Mizu, we're watching the June the King documentary on Pirate Software right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing it.
Have you watched it at all by yourself, or?
No.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. I think it's pretty good so far. It's pretty accurate. A lot of this is stuff that I already knew, so I'm not surprised by anything yet. Anyway, let's see.
I also had a new pattern leather chair that is quote-unquote totally non-destructive cat started scratching to hell the same day he moved in, and he only ever offered to tape up the chair. He didn't try to gaslight me, insisting the chair was always scratched up. Zero pets touched that apartment before he moved in. I asked that he replace the $100 chair since all surfaces were destroyed, and he insisted taping it was fine. He didn't do either. He was extremely into EVE Online, and would regularly stay up half the night being loud on voice chat with his friends while playing. This apartment didn't have thin walls, and there were 4 closets separating the rooms. But I could hear every single word said until he shut down to get a few hours of sleep before work the next day. His general fuckery led me to further investigate the living situation overall a couple of weeks in. He never put a shower curtain up in his bathroom, so the floor was dirty and spotty from pouring water. The bathroom countertop that took up a whole wall was covered in what I can only
I didn't need to see that.
From accoutrement and
Ew.
arthritis. Random shit was all over the place. His bedroom door was left cracked open, so I looked inside.
No!
Interesting.
Bags and dishes everywhere. The fucking walls.
That's just a dragon.
I don't fucking know.
Yes. Yes, it is.
If this was only a month of damage, I couldn't afford to keep this guy around. Unquote. Using the damage Thor's cat caused as an excuse, Cynthia nudged Thor to move out. And as per the screenshot, he did on December 26th, meaning Cynthia only lasted around 4 months living with Thor. But even after he moved out, they would still remain co-workers. Quote, after he left the apartment, he continued being a shitter at work. We discovered some vulnerabilities on the Diablo 3 real money auction house to the tune of several...
Oh god, he was working at Blizzard during that?
Oh no.
Items. I want to stress that Thor had no involvement in the identification or patching of the exploit. This issue had 2 effects.
Yes, and he did absolutely nothing.
Donated the money
See,
from the dude.
I played Diablo 3 during that.
Thor
That
Yeah.
auction house was a pile of shit. Like, there's a reason they removed it.
Sounds like they had a good reason.
The real money auction house.
Yeah.
Am I closer than Asmongold?
Obviously, Aqua is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
The Anti-Fox who has deemed YIPPIES a lost cause and Internet Zen Master donated $5 to help her with her troubles. Why is a dragon dong on the bathroom countertop? What the actual hell?
That's Thor for you.
Wolf Spain sent $5 for more hats. I remember being forced by Mother to see the first Twilight film a full month after it came out. It was still packed where there were only 2 seats left.
Thank you for the 5.
Over. Guess we'll do Guild Wars first night.
Moldy cheese.
Yeah.
I just haven't been talking.
Huh?
I just haven't been talking.
Oh, I just saw your thing light up and I was like, is he muted and I can't hear him? I feel kind of bad now. How long has this been going on?
Oh, no, you're
good. Position as an expert.
Fair enough.
For tester. He was still in QA as an analyst. Unquote. Cynthia does understand that those shenanigans became unclear,
so I have to talk to all the
he was no longer reporting on a scene relating to her.
because they're all like up and about, and I'm like,
it's
like 12 a.m., 12:30.
Yep. Yep.
It's the only time I haven't talked to him.
Let's be a more firm role in exploit testing. Cynthia also emphasizes Thor wildly misrepresenting his time working at Blizzard.
So eventually, I wrote this 13-page document. I brought it to Ali Batani and was like, hey, you should make this team. This is the application security team. It's specifically for security for Blizzard's websites. And he said, thank you for this. I could have gotten fired right there. There was like a whole culture of like, don't break ranks. You know, it was like a really dangerous thing. Like, don't do it. It was very military kind of culture. And months later, he contacted me in the middle of the task, and he goes, hey, you should really check out this job. And I was like, what are you talking about? I have to do this task right now. I was like, no, you should really check this out. And it was my job, the one that I built a team for.
This is how Thor claims he became the lead of application security. But this was only a stepping stone.
And I was the lead of application security for Blizzard. And then we went to DEF CON because of that. The business actually paid for us to go to DEF CON, which is a hacking convention.
Yeah.
And at DEF CON 22, I didn't win. I went there and I competed in a cryptographic challenge, and I lost. But we learned so much.
DEFCON 22 took place in 2014. While this is a convention for hackers and other computer-savvy individuals, it is also known for its various challenges, panels, and as Thor stated, cryptographic puzzles. Essentially complex puzzles that have participants analyze whatever scan information
I
is
buy
available
ideas.
to hopefully
Thanks for
find a
dropping by.
solution, which also requires participants to avoid the many red herrings. Though Thor did not win anything in DEFCON 22, his team, the Council of 9, did win the Black Badge Challenge for DEFCON the following year.
So there's a part when we were...
Remember, guys, to give love to everyone else in the VC right now.
We thought it was...
Huh?
Oh, I'm not
What'd you
muted,
say?
sorry. I'm not muted, sorry.
Oh.
It's part of the challenge, and it had 2 coordinates on it. We went to one of those coordinates, and there was a LAN cable hanging.
They deserve
from the
your love,
ceiling
they
that
deserve your
wasn't
like, they
connected
deserve
to
your watch, they
anything
deserve
at one
your view.
end. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That was footage of him recalling the Black Badge Challenge. The coveted Black Badge grants the winners of the challenge free admission to future conventions. Under his Twitter account, Potato Sack, Thor would celebrate his victory. Quote, "The wild derp in its natural habitat." Unquote. It was also this year that Thor claims he joined Blizzard's Red Team. As Blue Team, in terms of security, is the defensive team, Red Team is the one that tests the security by approaching it as a bad actor would.
I'll tell you some of the stuff that I've done as Red Team, too. I've 3 a.m. in the rain, jumping over spiked fences. You know, putting a rug over the spiked fence to get over it. I've done dumpster diving to go find passwords that people have thrown out that they shouldn't have thrown out in big old galoshes, you know, big old rubber boots. I've broken in through ceilings. I've broken in through electronic doors. I've broken in using...
While some of Thor's claims do not seem entirely realistic, even for the scope of Red Team, there is video evidence of at least one of his feats. In this video, he breaks into a safe. Though Thor claims he got into this position through merit, his ex-coworker provides a different possibility.
Going to let him do what he's going to do. And that's exactly what I was told. And that's exactly why Jason was allowed to form his hacks team.
Joey Ray Hall left Blizzard in 2014. One could assume that as Thor's father left, so would the protection Thor had from his presence. Yet even without it, Thor appeared to continue to get favorable roles.
So I actually applied at Blizzard to go do what is called the side projects and side project committee. I was the first one that got approved. And I went and made a tiny arcade game.
Despite Thor never working on developing games, as his job descriptions fall under security and game testing, and out of well over 2,000 Blizzard employees, it was Thor that was the first to be allowed into the Side Projects Committee, a program that allowed him to work on personal projects outside of work without a...
Can I just say Nepo baby, and it would work? It's a Nepo baby.
Yeah.
It is definitely Nepo baby.
Wow.
Conflict of interest. On January 31st, 2016, Thor, under the username Pirate Software, tweeted, quote, "We will release official Pirate Software updates here," unquote. This account and the Pirate Software website were not only made to advertise his upcoming food-themed game,
No,
but
honestly,
also
that, have you guys seen the Steam Machine?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
Honestly, that could destroy console gaming.
I think it will.
Yeah, I was about to say could.
That is going to make PlayStation and Xbox have to like come to a level they've never been capable of.
It's going to hurt Microsoft. I don't know quite yet about PlayStation.
They probably won't hurt Nintendo because they're too big right now.
No.
It's gonna hurt PlayStation.
Oh, it is. It's just not nearly as like Microsoft is the one that's going to take the biggest hit.
The
Probably.
biggest barrier to entry when it comes to PC gaming is the initial price tag.
If this is less than a PS5,
I think it's like $450.
Xbox.
We don't have a price yet for any Valve hardware.
Yeah, I know.
That was
I'm just saying, but if it is less than the competition, this wins by default.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The only thing I didn't agree with the announcements is that the Steam Index is no longer being produced.
Well, that makes sense considering that the frame literally takes over.
I know.
Pretty much.
under the name Pirate Software. Thor claims he chose the name because it was funny in an ironic sense, and not because he actually encourages the pirating of software.
It's a box.
In
It's so
February
tiny.
2016, Thor left Blizzard and
It's basically a new GameCube.
It's the
I mean,
Game Cube.
Yeah, the Game Cube has been a name laying around all
I
day
would
today.
just call it the Cube.
Before time began, there was the Cube.
As someone who has been playing Val games for a very long time, I'm disappointed they did not announce a skinned version that was just Friend Cube.
Friend Cube. The companion cube.
Yeah.
Them actually, and
I'd be
my
okay with
It's
that.
right there, Valve.
I mean, they could announce like a cut because they make those covers for it.
They
yeah,
did.
there are specialized covers, so yeah, they could. And to be, I actually think that's going to be meant more for 3D printers.
Yeah, just wait until 3D printers get a hand, like their hands on the front plate. They'll just dimension it or scan it, and then just.
And D-Brand has been very notorious. Like, they had a Switch skin for the Steam Deck. They will have a companion cube skin for this machine.
Pretty much.
And joined Amazon Game Studios as an automation engineer and also began focusing on his own company. The Pirate Software crew roster, excluding Thor, consisted of 3 people, 2 artists and a composer. This leaves Thor with the sole responsibilities of programming the games. These came down to 2 projects, both of which he worked on through Blizzard's side project committee. On March 4th, in this Reddit AMA under the username Thorwitch, Thor claims he had sunk 1,100 hours into the development of an RPG. Separately, he was also working on an arcade shooter. The latter was announced as Champions of Breakfast the month prior. The former was only hinted at through this tweet. The username Thorwitch was also used for Thor's YouTube channel, Thorwitch Plays. Though any videos on it are now unlisted or set private, the name does imply that there existed videos of Thor as a Let's Player.
Boo! I want to see those.
That'd be interesting.
Champions of Breakfast on Steam through Steam Greenlight, a feature meant to fast-track the approval of indie games via the Steam community. An issue here was that the game had more users voting no, they would not buy the game. The game was in enough support to be greenlit and was released.
Damn, that's brutal.
On April 1st, with its full release listed as June 23rd, 2016.
Your game sucks. They're releasing it
Thor
anyway.
attempted to entice popular Let's Players and
that's
groups
so
with
brutal.
work to play his game. This included Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Game Grumps, and Super Beer Bros. Even PewDiePie was a target. Though every attempt appears to have failed, even without their promotion, Champions of Breakfast had an overall positive reception. Thor as Maldavius was one of these positive reviewers. On Metacritic,
Of course.
He reviewed his own game.
Possible.
Of course he would do that.
I feel like that should be illegal or some shit. I don't know.
How about that Deviant? Remember the Deviant stream? I do, because I was there.
Man, that is insane.
Gore. As Thor wrapped up Champions of Breakfast, work began on a new game, but not a new story. Heartbound was something Thor had been conceptualizing all the way back in high school. Quote, for those of you waiting for Heartbound updates, your time is now. This has been a project of passion for me over the last year, and the main reason I chose to go indie in the first place.
Is this a project of passion? Why isn't it out yet?
Anna moved into Gaia, the Mother series, Secret of Evermore, Super Mario RPG as his core inspirations for the game. The biggest is likely Earthbound as it shares part of the name. As for the story, quote, Floor is the main character of Heartbound, a troubled young teen living in a world rapidly being overtaken by a horrific curse, turning everyone he knows into creatures called Darksiders. These Darksiders retain all of the memories.
Are any of them named Phil?
And a composed but twisted into a terrible mockery.
Probably, and they're immortal.
To escape the growing darkness, Lore must travel to another world to fight back from there, slowly learning the truth and meaning behind all this in the process. Unquote. Though Lore does not say as much in this post, the main character's parents are both based off Thor's real parents. Baron is Lore's talking dog. Lore, as is the player's motivation throughout, is to recover Baron after he is left in an uncertain state. In the beginning of the game, Baron's highly optimistic attitude helps counter Lore's pessimistic view of the world. In a way, Baron also helps counter the negligence of Lore's father and the abuse of his mother. Though as lore ventures into different worlds, not of Earth, lore interacts mostly with characters unfamiliar with him or the existence of Baron. There is a possibility Baron, the dog, is not even real. Perhaps he is the hopeful side of lore as he retreats into his own world to grapple with the nature of the real one. The consequence of failure is to be doomed in an unmoving, depressive nightmare.
You just Kingdom Hearts.
Symbolized an hour section of the game based on a corporate office where lore either finds that he, through the pleasure...
All I'm getting from this is just like...
Undertale.
You know, yeah, I was going to say Undertale, but even more lame.
It is.
It
basically, I played it.
It basically is.
An internet Zen master donated $5 to help her with her troubles. My older Gamergate mind is recoiling in visceral disgust at Thor reviewing his own game. The lack of ethics by this man is depressingly unsurprising.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. I mean, man, that's I don't know why, but this reminds me of Revolution 60. That was Brianna Wu's game.
Oh gosh.
Don't remind me of that name. Oh, hey, Slutty Cat, let's go.
Hey, yo, listen, if y'all want to see something utterly hilarious, look up the Revolution 60 trailer.
Oh no. I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
I'm not even going to say what it is. I'm not even going to say what it is. Just look it up. You will experience something. That's all I'm saying.
I don't want to. I feel terrified.
By something you mean extraordinary pain and cringe?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to.
Defeated her influence by not sharing in her negative traits. Choice and the impact of choice is what Thor aimed to flesh out to an unrealistic degree. Quote, every time you interact with an object, talk to an NPC, forget to turn off a light switch, take out the trash, or disregard a sparky bush, the game remembers this and will change subtly for all further interactions. The greatest part about this is...
I played this game and I can tell you right now that that did not happen. That just did not happen. The game is just dog shit. Which is funny because you're looking for a dog in this dog shit game.
Design is that it already works and is in the current builds of the game. Both minor and major differences are going to pop up throughout the game and give the community something to share with one another. Everything you do matters, no matter what kind of player you are or choose to be. Unquote. On the bottom of the post, Thor provides the current plans for release. Quote, right now we are planning on releasing a public beta before the end of the year along with a crowdfunding campaign to help fund the game. Unquote. Alongside working at Amazon Game Studios and working on Heartbound, Thor also attended 2016's DEF CON, where for a second year in a row, Thor's team, the Council of 9, won that year's Black Badge Challenge. That was also true for the following year's challenge.
I got 3 in a row. So DEF CON 23, 24, and 25. Hat trick is not like a normal thing to get. So the first one, people are like, wow, I got one. The second one, they're like, wait a minute. The third one, while I was at Amazon Game Studio, the DOE, approached me and they're like, hey, do you want to go hack those power plants? And I was like, I love money. So like, yes,
As nice of a story as that is, it's detached from reality and even contradicts Thor's own LinkedIn that shows he started working at Eagle Research Group in 2016. This means it was before DEF CON 25 that took place in 2017, meaning that when he got his job, he only had 2 black badges. Furthermore, Thor did not work for the Department of Energy. He worked for a company that held a contract with the government.
And they just flight us to a site, hack the site, write a report, and go home. And I had to wear a suit the whole time, and they made me cut my hair. It was weird.
You hacked in a suit? Wait,
yeah, suit and tie.
That's very Hollywood. That is,
shit was weird.
That is super Hollywood.
Weird.
I kind of like that though, that they made you wear a suit.
They made me wear a suit, and they lied to me too. They told me I had to cut my hair, and I was like, why do I have to cut my hair? And my boss lied to me. He goes, oh, because you'll be around turbines.
Also in 2016 is evidence of his haircut, which aligns with the evidence on LinkedIn that reinforces...
Why would you take pictures of that? That's disgusting.
Research group in 2016. The additions of the lie about the government approaching Thor and the lie that took place at DEF CON 25 in 2017 are perceptibly only included to aggrandize himself, something that would become all the more common. Though Eagle Research Group undoubtedly did take much of his time, Thor was keeping to deadlines. Just as he stated, he did release a beta version, but more so a demo of Heartbound that could be downloaded on his website in late 2016. This game was greenlit even faster than Champions Breakfast and was set to release into early access late 2017. Then on February 24, 2017, Heartbound hit its Kickstarter with a phenomenally low goal of only $5,000. This was hit in a little over 24 hours after posting. Then in March, after the funding period ended, Thor directed his patrons to his development streams, and selected PayPal as a way of post-Kickstarter funding. There was even this interview conducted by the channel Video Game News Source.
So speaking of games, what do you have for us today?
So we have Champions of Breakfast, which is a twin-stick shooter that we made in 24 days.
Sorry.
Concept to release on Steam.
God, that sounds so different.
Whenever I hear his voice, when he's not making it deeper, it really throws me off.
Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh god, wait, that's Thor? Oh, shit.
I think part of it was just the mic, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Voice training is a thing, I know that.
Oh, it is, 100%. And I do believe he did some form of it.
So, I just saw
Holy
this.
shit.
I just saw this split. So, what are the chances that Nintendo will try and patent GameCubes?
I mean, they can patent the name, sure. But they can't patent a cube.
I can try. And
They would
lose.
lose that one. There's no ifs, and, or buts. They'd lose that one.
Oh, you mean like patenting, what do you call it? Controlling pets or pauldrons?
Well, the thing is like a cube could lead in anything from a box to, I don't know, an object in a game. There's literally everywhere. That'd be. Here's the thing. You know who grabbed that ire? Microsoft.
Xbox.
Minecraft.
Also, yeah, Xbox itself, because that can be a cubes.
That, yeah, Nintendo thought they could get somewhere with the power of one. They know they will get nowhere by copywriting or patenting Cube. Period.
I can try.
Oh, damn, okay.
And that game is pretty difficult, so if you're into really hard arcade games, that's the kind of thing for you. And the other one is Heartbound, which is a more story-driven RPG.
Thor was specifically working on 2 chapters of Heartbound. Chapter 2, The Tower, which has a distinct red, black, and white color palette, and Chapter 3, Animus. This chapter is set mostly in an autumn forest home to various furries. Planned were 2 additional chapters, making it a 5-chapter game. This was set to release December 2017, not into early access, but fully finished. These chapters were entirely absent from the Heartbound demo, as only Chapter 1, which sets up the main character's lore, his parents, and his dog, was accessible. By mid-2017, progress still remained steady. Thor claiming he was building a new environment in Heartbound every 6 to 8 hours. Quote, this one was created from scratch and implemented in a single day of work, unquote. Initially appearing as a strategy to include his fans on his game's development, Thor announced a streaming schedule. He would stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours at a time. Somehow, he had the ability to fit these streams into a schedule full of dev work and his obligations at Eagle Research Group. By late 2017, this was all getting to be too much.
So they wanted to increase my hours from 10 weeks of work a year flying around the country to 30 with the same pay. And I was like, dude, I'm not... Like, that's more than half the year I wouldn't be at home. Like, what's the point of even... I just live out of hotels at that point, right? So I quit. And I was like, I'm going to take 2 weeks. Maybe I'll go back to Amazon, because they were offering me a position for a lead security position to do security for the games. And it was still open. They did that when I was leaving, and it was still open there. And I was like, I'm going to figure out what I want to do. And 2 days later, Jacksepticeye played our game Heartbound. And the community just blew up. And I was like, well...
Top of the morning to you, ladies. My name is Jacksepticeye, and welcome to a game called Heartbound, which I think is supposed to be a mix kind of Undertale and kind of Earthboundy, or at least emulating their styles in that type of game.
A large Let's Player had finally played Heartbound. Jacksepticeye was one of the many that Thor tried to goad into.
So we can play Jacksepticeye for this.
Yes, we can. Jacksepticeye is the reason why.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, or maybe you should try voice training too. No, I'm good, thanks.
You know what the situation teaches us is never trust the Irish.
Excuse me.
No, listen, one of my VTuber homies is Irish, so he gave me the card. All right,
I think I'm gonna trust Ava for that one. She's the exception.
To be fair, the only Irish I'm pretty sure I have is the goddamn red hair.
But no, I agree. Don't trust the Irish.
that was limited to Chapter 1, Jacksepticeye loved the direction, expressing as much when he finished the demo.
Oh, that was cool! Oh, that was
Shut up, Jack!
I didn't
You're giving him confidence.
from this. I didn't think it would be that good, but I really, really like it. I can't wait to see more of this. Oh, I'm glad I played this now. That was really, really good.
Jacksepticeye's video, among many things,
I gotta be honest.
and to that extent,
He's coping so hard. Like, even from just the start of Heartbound, not knowing that it was never gonna get finished and nothing else was gonna get added, it really wasn't good.
No, I agree. I mean, because you were there for the gameplay.
It's really bad.
It was hot garbage. Oh, it was really bad. Chad, I do have a stream on the channel where you can go watch me play Heartbound and try and convince other people to voice characters.
I refuse to show up because I refuse voice characters.
It was bad.
I believe I had a stream during that time. I thank the gods I scheduled something during that time.
LOL.
Oh, right, you have mechanics.
Do we trust them more or less than the French or British? I still trust them more than the British and the French. Yeah.
I trust everyone more than the French.
Yeah, I'm with Mizu on this one. I trust anyone more than the French. The only French person I will consider based is she died. So yeah.
That's funny though.
Heartbound in two major ways. First, it directed over 1 million eyes to the project. Second, it added pressure, something Thor was having to contend with. By December, Thor had updated the launch date. Quote, "We are hoping to fully finish and release Heartbound by early to mid-2018.
Mid-2018. I'm looking at my calendar right now. I think he's
We're almost in 2026, buddy.
He's a couple days late, you know?
Only a couple.
Just a couple days
Yeah,
late.
you know, there could be some delays and all that.
Oh, this is submarine, so.
Originally, we wanted to finish and release the game by December 2017. I have said many times that Heartbound will never have a sequel. Taking this extra time ensures I can keep that promise because there is so much more story now than there was originally. Heartbound is very important to all of us at Pirate Software, and we want to make it the best it can be for all of you." Unquote. February 2018 came, and the launch date was pushed back yet again. Now from 2018 to just 2018, implying a late year release date. Now late 2018, the type of launch changed. Though it was previously meant to launch in a complete state, it was now to launch on Steam into early access in December. This commitment was kept. Heartbound released into early access on Christmas Day 2018. This version came with the addition of Chapter 2, The Tower, and set at 95% positive ratings. About 2 weeks after release, in January 2019, Thor stated, quote, "Around 6 to 7 months ago, Thor was able to quit his day job and start working on this full time, so things have gone super quickly since then. Animus is next," unquote. Being that Thor made some visible progress on Animus and that he quit his job, this new chapter could be expected soon. There was, however, a small issue with this tweet. Thor did not quit his job 6 or 7 months ago. He quit his job, as per his LinkedIn, well over a year ago. As lined up, Jacksepticeye playing his game in November 2017. A strange thing to get incorrect, but also inconsequential. Inconsequential like creator MapPat of Game Theory's coverage of Heartbound.
We have success. Okay, so this is the first time I think a lot of people outside of Jacksepticeye hear about who he is. This is the first time I found out who Pirate Software was, and I was kind of sympathetic to him because I thought this was also the time where I was like, I kind of hate MapPat. I was in my MapPat hate arc at this point, and I was like, damn, I kind of feel bad for that Pirate Software guy. MapPat's being kind of an asshole to him. Internet Zen says, which will come first, Heartbound or GTA 6? GTA 6, no joke.
Successfully got through 1.5 days here in 2019 without any major catastrophes, any like major blowups on Twitter, anything. Knock on wood, ladies and gentlemen.
No disasters.
We are nearly 2 days in.
in.
A kind of release, but it's not fully released, but it's kind of released of a game that we were, keeping tabs on, kind of in the background. I don't know if you remember it. It's called Heartbound. It was kind of one of those ones that came out in the aftermath of Undertale. but goes in a very different direction with it. It's kind of got that Earthboundy Mother series feel to it, that Undertale feel to it.
Thor, watch this live. The stream and VOD title was originally GT Live. The next Undertale game is here.
We have 27 watches, we do.
You can find our game Heartbound here and has their link. So they are at Pirate Software on Twitter.
There you go, Pirate Software. Arr, there you be the pirates. So you can play it yourself.
That we do have 27 watchers. Thanks for the reminder, Monkey. We do. Hey, Tape Worm, I didn't see you there. I did not see you there. My apologies, but yeah, we are 27 6 now. Thank you guys. This stream was just a impromptu because we weren't able to actually do the grounded stream today. But tomorrow we are doing a Silk Song.
An Undertale clickbait mashup instead of being about hashtag Heartbound. You never linked to our game, and you got our studio name wrong as well. Unquote. Thor in his tweet attached two images. The first is of a notepad that includes the title, the description, public hashtags, and the hidden YouTube tags found in MatPat's video. Here, Thor for a second time states that there were no links to Heartbound. The description of the video is the second image, likely included to provide evidence for Thor's claims. But again, Jacksepticeye also used Undertale as a point of reference, which was inspired by the 1995 RPG Earthbound. With similar inspirations, the games do share similarities, which neither channel expressed maliciously, as Undertale is highly regarded. One noticeable difference between Game Theory's and Jacksepticeye's commentary is that Game Theory played a newer version that included Chapter 2, The Tower, a much slower, puzzle-filled, overall less guided chapter. Large swaths of it.
I'm gonna be honest, that's the only chapter I played, and I hated the fuck out of it. It was way too slow in my personal opinion. And listen, if I have to look up a guide in an RPG that looks like it should be made for kids, you have a problem. All right, that shit was confusing, and I had to look up a guide. So Pirate Software failed. At least I can admit I look up a guide, and he won't.
Let players wander the environment with little direction. Game Theory in particular mocked the gameplay in this chapter. That while much of the gameplay was symbolic, it was detrimental to the game's pacing and hammered across themes that
that's funny.
already well understood.
Moved on with the gameplay. How dare you? Not
it's writing 101. Don't be so obsessed with themes that you start warping the story. In this case, the game around the themes. It won't end up good.
No, I struggled really hard to get through that. Again, like I said, I looked it up because I was like, I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck here forever, and I want to end the stream, go to bed, and then go to work. That's how bad it was. Oh, fuck, it was hilarious.
Slog through Dark Maze gameplay. For how riveting it is.
Thanks, Chris. You're the best.
Thanks, buddy. A book with an eyeball. What a weird game. Mommy, no! Don't watch the end. Reading is fundamental.
Even with these comments, the coverage was overall positive. Yet, that did not stop Thor's tweets from gaining traction. This is when creator The Gamer from Mars covered this among some other strange comments MatPat had made in the past, like this one.
I've actually never looked at porn ever, like.
Further in the video,
what the fuck?
Tweets and outrage around
I smell lies and deceit with that
one. The game wasn't too pleased with this stream, calling it out for a clickbait title that compared his game to Undertale, getting a name wrong, not giving what he felt was sufficient promotion, and a supposed misleading video tag. Needless to say, this criticism took off. But was this reaction justified? Well, in short, no.
MatPat, in response to the outrage, stated he doesn't review the thumbnail, tags, description, etc. His employees do, but even so, he takes responsibility for their decisions. Even with that, he explains that the clickbait nature of some of the videos serve to both get the video to a wider audience and the small games he covers to that same audience. Furthermore, MatPat clarifies that Thor's game is great. Regarding the issue of linking directly to the game in the description, he states it's not something that Game Theory does. This is when Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, commented, quote, "You should link to any game you play. Creators need all the help they can get. And think carefully if you're misleading your audience with how you..."
This is when a lot of people that love Toby Fox decided to take his side. And I'm gonna be honest, I think Toby Fox regrets this.
Well, Andy's
Maybe
just
will.
kind of wrong. It comes off as a little bit entitled.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
It's like, why aren't you linking my game? Like, don't you understand that that's how some of us make money? You know how else you made money? Me paying you for it. The money I directly gave you for the game.
Yeah.
That's the other way you make money.
Oh goodness. Yeah. No, you're right. 100%.
And it just kind of comes off as a little entitled. Like, you owe me all this extra stuff after you pay me. Like, you owe me the free promotion, you owe me a good review. I'm not saying he's saying all of that, but it's just whenever you make comments like this, it's like, you feel a little entitled.
Maybe just a little bit. Again, I think that, like, he won't say it, but I bet you Toby Fox regrets backing Pirate Software to this day.
Yeah.
Pirate
I
Software.
I also don't know what he means by misleading. Like, okay, he put Undertale in the tags. Most people can't see the tags.
No, most people
They
won't
don't know
look
how
at the
to-
tags.
Well, most people don't know how to look for them. Because most of the tags, you have to inspect element page to find them.
Yeah.
That's literally just to help it in the YouTube algorithm.
And to be honest, I don't think it's deceptive to put Undertale in there because he's trying to pair people that would like Undertale with people that could. He's trying to get people to go to that game because he's like, oh, you like this, you might like that. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just SEO shit.
Oh yeah, like you think whenever I do like some first-person shooter, I don't put like Call of Duty, Battlefield, and all these other games in the tags? Like, no, you do.
You do, exactly.
Yeah, you do.
It makes it more searchable.
Whenever I mention like certain VTubers, I will mention corpos they used to be in.
Yeah.
It helps.
That's when I started playing Vintage Story. I in my thumbnail and in my title, I said this is better than Minecraft, and those are still my best viewing videos, my best viewing streams.
That's a tag.
No, it's title and thumbnail.
Ah, okay.
You can make your own tags though.
Yeah.
Oh no, I do. I do sometimes. Obviously myself as a tag.
Videos.
Got to, so people can look it up later.
You went too far.
Hey,
this
look,
time.
Epigee.
Unquote. Thor, at a later date, would claim that Toby Fox's tweet immediately stopped threats
Right,
and
pardon me.
doxings that were allegedly coming from game theories community. Thor
No, they
claimed
fucking
that
did.
the harassment was so bad.
He's a liar.
I'm pressing X to down here.
His 9-year-old community. Okay, sounds good. Are they all FNAF people? Are they gonna tend to kill you? And I'd like to see some of those threats.
Just think he's lying.
Oh, how would you say that, Measly? That's so terribly mean of you.
Good. I like being mean.
You know, that's pretty much the response I'd give when somebody's like, "Oh, you're very mean." It's like, good. I kind of like that.
I saw a YouTube short the other day, and one of the people in it goes, you know, it costs $0 to be nice. And the other guy says, well, how much does it cost to be an asshole?
Exactly.
Pull up the YouTube revenue.
That is unbeatable logic right there.
Exactly. 100%.
Not shoot.
Oh.
Bad that he nearly canceled his game. Eventually, MatPat succumbed to the pressure and added a link to Heartbound in the video's description. A smart move at the time because of who Thor had the potential to become. Developers such as Toby Fox and Scott Cawthon are famously known for the success of
I
their
swear to
indie
God,
games
Toby
and
Fox
local
looks
content
different in
range.
every single picture I've ever seen of him.
Oh, I've seen Toby when he's been really young, and oh my god, lanky motherfucker.
I just feel like every time I see a picture of him, I'm like, that's not Toby Fox. That's some random guy you found a picture of.
Yeah.
It's full. Yeah.
A fucking like eldritch entity.
Share
He is, and it's hilarious.
New record, let's go.
As their games are a large extension of themselves. Large studios, because of all the names attached to projects, are rarely known
Like
for their
items,
individual
okay.
developers. On the flip side, there are indie developers who are praised for their unique
Okay, that's just fucking Yandev right there. Like that's just Yandev.
Where is it?
But I said, I recognize it, but I can't play it.
Yondev.
It is him.
Yeah, it's Yandere Dev?
I know what Yondev looks like.
Man, listen, I'll always remember Yondev as Ava Zephon, and that is an old as fuck 4chan reference.
I don't call him that, but yeah.
Gabby, if you want an idea, this is how big the map is. Guild Wars is overwhelmingly massive.
It's also
You're
very
bullying
gay.
Twitter. Yes, Mizumonger.
Oh god.
I would like a picture of me as hate monger.
That'd be
I
interesting.
would too. That would be amazing, actually. Would you have the helmet on,
Me?
or would it be a custom
Helmet on.
So would it be a helmet with the hat?
So you
Helmet
just
with the hat and the face would have to be painted like sort of like me, but it still has to have the frown.
Nice.
Okay, so you'd be a psycho warrior, just really, really short.
Yeah.
With the hat.
Yeah.
With the hat, yes. Would you have
Okay,
a
but
hate
who's-
face?
Yeah. Who's gonna be hate mace?
Atari.
Yeah. Almost like
That would be amazing.
No, it's Atari, but Atari's not a hate mace. You're just swinging him around by the ankles.
Sorry, I want to make this even better. The common joke that hate monger is gay.
I'm not gay.
It's it.
Wait, hate monkey's gay.
Oh, that's actually a perfect idea. I think.
Or beloved games, only for them to destroy their reputation. So much so that it even erodes interest in their game. This is the exact case of the Yandere Dev, who was previously covered on
Yondev.
this channel. This is why reputation is highly important as
Did
an
you know what the
individual,
cum chalice face looks
especially
like?
for those that made the choice to become public figures.
I hate that. That's like one of the other
Every
common ways I know of him.
Squares represents a day that Thor streamed in 2019. The opacity is dependent on how long he streamed, meaning the darker the purple, the more hours he streamed that day. On average, Thor streamed 5 to 10 hours under science and technology and also the art category. Thor, as he claims, was streaming himself developing Heartbound. This interview, conducted by GameDeveloper.com, reads, quote, "The next step was proving to everyone who invested in our game that we are not going to run away with their money, because that's the problem for Kickstarter games. People go
I mean, he's not wrong.
at a Kickstarter. Then the devs will disappear for 2 years, then come back and make something that wasn't up to par compared to what they promised in the Kickstarter. So,
Also, with Thor,
This feels like foreshadowing.
I need that, thank you.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
He thought, what if we streamed it all? Full open development. They could see every single thing that we ever do, and no one could say the devs ran away with money. Unquote. Thor did not exclusively stream Heartbound development. This is a stream circa May 2019 of him building a chair.
I hit
Back
was
on this
holding
chair now?
Control.
But I don't know how.
See, damn.
My gosh, that voice.
Presumably this same month, he also streamed himself playing The Division 2, as his 26-second highlight video
kinda
was
missed
also
that game.
uploaded in May.
It was a decent
It
game.
means the world to me, and
I was thinking about re-downloading it.
I'll always be here.
Is it something you can still play?
No.
Yeah.
It's still going. They just did like a big update like a couple of months ago.
I probably want to buy it on Steam.
wait, they're still updating the Division 2?
Yeah.
Jesus, I legit thought it died. Like,
Nope.
The first DLC killed a lot of the players because you kind of required the DLC for it.
Yeah, which means if you buy the Division 2 now, you pretty much just need to buy
All the DLCs, yeah.
all the
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
It's a Ubisoft game. What do you expect?
It's one of the better
The problem
Ubisoft
is
games.
that it was a Ubisoft game that was competent.
It was.
I was gonna say climbing towers and lots of recycled code from Assassin's Creed.
No, the Division 2 was actually kind of fun. It was weird to get into it.
Yeah,
I
it
guess.
was. It wasn't that challenging to get into it, but it was still another light service you need to dedicate some time into.
A lot of bosses are very bullet spongy, which is not a popular choice for FPS games of any kind.
No. No, screw you.
Oh yeah, it's looking like, in case y'all are wondering, it's looking like 124
Oh shit, 32
94.
32 views, thank you everyone.
So if you just wanted to buy the base game and all the DLC on Steam, it is $70.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry.
Maybe on sale.
Yeah.
I will consider it on a sale.
When was the last time it was on sale?
It goes on sale. I do see it on sale kind of regularly,
Okay.
but I don't know when the last one was.
There's a lot of people that joined my Discord today.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of new viewers too. Thank you,
Hold on.
everyone.
Yeah.
I expect to own the game. What? Excuse? Oh, yes.
Give me a second. As a reminder, chat, I will be making a Discord pretty soon. It should be done by next Friday, I believe. And during that, I'll be doing a 12-hour live stream.
Friday.
Here, throwing bits and supporting you.
While the commentary is not of note, Thor's deeper voice was, or at least it would be, as part of a strange footnote in his undoing. For now, the goal was Animus. Chapter 1 was made while working at Blizzard and Amazon Game Studios. Chapter 2 took 2 years, though half the time Thor had a job keeping him from dedicated development of debilitating illness in the last 3 months. Here, Thor also calls it a cold. Thor continued to tweet about this illness until March 16th, where he stated he had been feeling better, but by the 17th he was feeling far worse. He claims he was diagnosed with pneumonia and was given a COVID test, which he was waiting for the results of. 4 days later, he stated that he tested negative for COVID and only had pneumonia. With his illness diagnosed, he would no doubt begin receiving proper treatment and improve. Except on the 23rd, Thor now tweeted that he was misdiagnosed. It was not COVID or pneumonia. Instead, it was bronchitis. A week from that tweet, on the 30th, Thor now marks this as day 30 of his illness and reminds his audience that he tested negative for COVID. Then in April,
When does he come out and say that he has long COVID?
Then on the 10th, finally the cold was defeated. Thor went as far to say, quote-unquote, this time for good. The following month, Thor on Steam released an update to address the lack of them. Quote, reason for delay. Animus was set to be released by now. For the last several months, I've been in and out of hospital with severe viral bronchitis, lost around 70% lung function at one point, and went to hypoxia and almost bit the big one. Thankfully, with treatment, I've been doing much better. I ended up losing around 2.5 months of work, and the stream was offline for over a month total. This is the most amount of work I've missed in 3 years, so it's been pretty rough. Unquote. Below, Thor posts an image of his stream frequency, noting how much he had not streamed in April and May due to his illness. Finally, in July, Heartbound was updated, but only with a small portion of Animus added. Quote, you can now play through some of Fern and Road's storyline in ENUS only. Unquote. 4 months later, now in November, Thor tweets, quote, after nearly 8 months of recovery, my lungs are well enough to steam and work on a daily basis again. Thank you for all of the support and good vibes to get me back here. Unquote. It is now the 1st of January 2021. Animus has not been delivered and is now a year delayed. But Thor, in this tweet, reassures his audience that it is coming. Quote, hashtag Heartbound is the main priority. Animus will absolutely be done soon. Now that I'm no longer recovering from COVID, things will go much faster. We're also working on a commissioned game on the side. That should be fun. Unquote. Now Thor claims he had COVID. It went from a cold to pneumonia to bronchitis to testing negative from COVID to now rewriting it all as COVID. Users were none too pleased with the lack of development. KO on Twitter tweeted, quote, don't get your hopes up. According to interviews, Act 3 is in development since over 1.5 years, and the game is supposed to have 5 acts. Also sorry, P.S. I love the game, but I am fed up with being played. Unquote. Thor responds, stating again that he had COVID and rewrites the recovery period from 8 months to roughly 9 months. And he also states he needs to use an inhaler for the rest of his life. Thor adds that the state of his lungs have improved and that he can at least work again.
Well, that's good at least.
2021, Thor teases an Animus and reassures a commenter.
Here's my question. How much do you think he lied about it just to claim later that he did actually have long COVID? Because I know he said at one point he had long COVID.
It's an ability to take fault and saying that I don't want to work on it anymore, but he's already trying to deliver on it. That's probably what it is. He just doesn't want to make the game anymore.
Because I do believe he got sick. The question is just how long and whether or not he still was sick, like, after
And the
that
problem
period.
is, like, what did he have? Because clearly, he can't make up his mind on what he had.
Yeah.
Sounds like he had bronchitis. Maybe. I don't know.
That's the problem.
That it is new.
We don't know.
There's no proof of that. He kept saying too many things.
But these excuses were no longer satisfactory. On Twitter, a Portuguese fan tweeted that Chapter 2 of Deltarune had already come out, yet there is still no new content for Hardbound. Thor contests this by stating he streams his development every day, and that Animus is 92% finished. This would seem impressive until one compares it to the last numerical update on progress, which happened in October 19, 2019 at 86%. This means by Thor's own metric, he had only developed 6% of a single chapter in almost 2 years. What's more, Thor had retconned the window he had been sick. Where it had previously jumped from 8 months to roughly 9, in September of 2021, he now states, quote, "I caught COVID in early 2020 and lost nearly a year of development time and recovery. Thankfully not dead, but mad that I lost so much time," unquote. On the topic of lost time, Thor, in the middle of 2021, ran for a seat on the Council of Stellar Management in the video game EVE Online, a position where the council members act as a representative
That was him.
to deliver ideas and requests to the game's development.
Now, I'm sorry. The person brought up he was playing Eve, right? And got attacked by Thor. I looked up a couple of characters named Maldavius. There were 2 of them. And I was like, okay, but I can't really prove it's him just because it's that name. There he fucking is. I found him on Z Killboard. He's Eve Online character.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Is Atari asleep?
Probably, yes.
Oh my gosh, I thought he left call a long time ago.
No, he just joined then.
Yeah, he just joined not long ago.
What the fuck? I thought he said he was gonna take a nap and go to work.
That's what he said.
Because I still don't have access to that one channel. I'm gonna send this to Tim. There. That is Thor's character in EVE Online. That's him.
Here, let me get this. Oh God, what is? Just seeing that portrait. What is that?
He's using the cash shop goggles, in case you're wondering.
Oh, chat. Sorry, I have to do this from my phone because I don't want to have to change things on stream.
Yeah, last time he killed, or last time he played by this metric was in 6/27/2021. He was the fleet that took down a station in Pachman. Yeah, that's his character. That's his character.
That's hilarious.
Sorry. I just saw that in the video and it clicked, and it was like.
The autism got set off.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly. It tickled the tism. I couldn't help myself.
There we go.
Developers. EVE Online is an MMO that, as per any of the genre, consumes
one I'm glad I didn't get into.
time. When not only was Thor
same
and running for the council, he was also a leader of his own corporation known as Drybog Clade. This could explain the absence of steady updates.
He was living in Pachman.
Animus. As now patterned, in 2022, he was delivering not Animus, but more bad news, now regarding his partner, Shay.
Shay does all of the art animation for the entire studio. Anytime you see messages on Twitter with art on, anytime you see any of the art in a video game, anytime you see any of the merchandise, any of that stuff, it's all made by Shay. Shay hurt his back badly. He's been going back and forth with the doctor. He's not allowed to lift anything. He's not allowed to move around or anything like that. He has to walk around with a cane, and I've just been taking care of him the whole time. So I have to take care of all the pets. I have to take care of everything in the house. Shay can't lift anything. He can't do anything on himself.
I'm gonna be honest.
Most of my time is spent on that. That's why I have
That's fair. If that was, I could believe that.
Yeah.
I could 100% believe that. That's actually a fair excuse. Again, with how much he lied, though, is that true?
See, Temp, I think I know why you would believe him.
I'm really curious.
Because you've had to do the exact same thing.
Oh, very true. Yes.
It's more believable when you do it. I just still don't believe him though.
No, you shouldn't believe him. But at least, you're right. What he's describing here, I've had to do that. I had to do that from 2020 to 2023.
It's cool. I got a holy book. I got the Bible.
No, this is where partially I want to believe him. Because at least it makes sense and it is believable. Do I believe him? Absolutely not.
Right. Holy cow.
No
Yeah,
moving.
This will take like a week or two to finish this mountain, but you know, I actually am enjoying building this mountain. It's kind of.
I would love for all of you to know, Akko is insane.
Listen, again, I know people who've built bigger mountains, So I am not that insane.
I never said they weren't insane. I just said you are insane.
I can't move.
But it helps you to know that this mountain is made out of 4 different blocks instead of the 6 to 8 that I'm used to seeing people do. I could have included a bunch of blocks that take a long time to grind.
Ow, ow, ow.
See, this is the level of tism where I'm like, oh god, I couldn't do this. I'd go nuts. I would quit.
See, I'm doing this so that eventually I can open up a world where people can like spectate and like view it, you know? Like I want to open up a spectator version of this world for my viewers. So
Shit, that's funny.
Should get a friendly gas to help. I didn't actually think about that. Now that I'm thinking about that, might not be a bad idea to do.
Obviously, Aqua is a bad example because it's a lost cause.
The Anti-Fox, who has deemed Yippie a lost cause, and Mercenarix21 donated $5 to help her with her troubles. Show me the profile picture. I need to see his Eve picture. I need
got
to
it.
confirm my IT.
I got it.
Yeah, don't worry about posting the Z Killboard stuff. That's public info.
But why? Hi, Amal.
Hi, Amal.
Hold on. Doesn't let you zoom in, it just shows you the profile.
Oh, I was like, wait,
I
where's
can't
Atari on my thing? I found Atari.
Why did YouTube default to fucking live chat again? Ah, pain.
Hold on, chat.
You
I'm
know-
gonna bring Atari back up.
That's exactly what I imagined he would look like in this game.
Probably gonna die a lot.
An adventure map? No. No, I just want to... I think what I want to do is, like, upload it for my $10 members. So they have something fun to look at. Just have, like...
It's sorry guys, it's gonna wait here. I gotta pack off.
Yeah, you're good.
No
you're
worries.
good.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having
joining. Tapeworm, yes, this is the AFK challenge. I physically cannot move.
Alright, later guys.
Have a good night, Marshall.
No, Chad, I want to do this because I want to build a cool world. It's my forever world, you know? You know, if you would... Listen, for those who are $10 members, if you would love to download my world, you know, and I would, you know, it's something that I would upload, like, once a month, maybe, as I update it. Hopefully I don't run out of want to play in it that long. But if that's something you guys want, I can do it.
Oh, this is gonna be an annoying challenge because I can't do anything.
I think the only reason why I haven't ever done it is because, like, I was like, I don't know if I would stick with the game long term, but, like, I'd do it right now just to say I'd do it. I think I might just do it as an extra thing, you know? As the, I think once I finish the mountain, I'll do it, just so that people can look at the mountain. Also, this isn't a really good mountain, I'm gonna be honest with you. This mountain kind of sucks. I did not texture it as well as it probably should have been. I just kind of took it the way it is because it's just like, you know what, this is my first mountain. My first, plateau mountain.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering what Akko's talking about, Akko is currently playing Minecraft.
Building a mountain, one section at a time.
Oh, this is the last mission for this episode. Okay.
I've been thinking about getting dispatch too,
Been
because I know people.
half the days of the month I haven't streamed that I normally would. It's
From Mama Orca.
Mercenarix21 sent $5 for more hats. That's him. I remember the face. He basically chased me into high security space. And even then, when I tried to do the wormhole stuff, lost 5 ships.
That's crazy.
Will this helicopter blade kill me?
I'm glad that you remember who your killer is, Mercenary. At the very least, you can take solace in knowing he ruined his internet career after ruining your life. By the way, thank you for 3,000 views.
just because it is. So don't worry. I haven't quit working on the game. I'm not dead. Like, everything is... It's okay, but we're trying to find out what's wrong with Shay to get him repaired like a robot.
2 months later, Thor published another video containing hope that Animus was nearly here, and an excuse that would all but guarantee its delay.
All of the stuff for Avocado's finished. All the stuff for the Misery Mania middle story area is finished. And most of the stuff for the Moss Backs is finished. So that
He
is...
quit working on the game. It's effectively no longer in progress.
Animus just has the final scene, and we're finished with it, and it's done. And we can move on to Jotunheim, which is about Vikings, combat, conflict resolution, all that cool stuff, and that's the end of the primary chapters in Heartbound. And then it's just the end of the game. That's it. We're basically at the end. It's finally happened. My doctor has diagnosed me now with what's called trigeminal neuralgia. There's a nerve that goes like
neuralgia.
on your face. The trigeminal nerve, 3 prongs. Right? And it comes out of your brainstem, goes to it is like you have
Welcome back,
bones
Atari.
in your bones.
No, bye.
Oh, bye. Oh.
It is the most devastating pain
Bye-bye,
I've
Atari.
ever felt in my entire life.
Thor also discusses the failing health of his cat and the time needed to monitor it.
But
Not the cat.
That's really it. It's just taking care of my cat. I'm amazed she's still there. So, if you're upset that stuff hasn't come out, if you're upset that I haven't made these videos, I understand. Sorry. To not make scores about it, this is the worst 2 months I've ever had in my life. And it's not going to stop me from making this game.
Since its initial deadline, Animus has been delayed 2 years and about 5 months. Thor, in comparison, sped through the first 2 chapters, so why is this one so different? Thor attempts to answer this, also in his update video.
And Animus took so long to build because it is the most complicated chapter in Heartbound. Most of the rooms in Animus take between 15 and 40 timelines that can go through them. They're different routes through all of those different sections because human interaction is so complex. It's not just about yes or no to someone. It's about yes or no, and also how did you treat them before? How did you treat them before that? And if you're
Despite watching hours of Sob Story, despite watching hours of Jason's streams, I don't remember Sob Stories. That's funny.
Realistic and interesting in terms of character interaction as I possibly can.
Animus, at least the segment of it that exists in the game, has the largest number of distinct characters of the 3 chapters. A core tenet of Heartbound since the game's inception is player choice.
So Heartbound is a game that is about player choice. And let me be clear about this. You've probably heard that before, right? You've heard about a game that's of player choice, and it always ends up being some kind of narrative route that's sort of dog shit, right? It ends up being something that looks like this, where the route doesn't actually matter. The beginning and the ending's exactly the same. You may have like one line of dialogue that's different, but it ends up not mattering in the end. You always get the same ending, and it sort of doesn't matter. Let me show you.
That's a BioWare
what
game.
Heartbound does. Understand, this is just free.
Yeah, that's very much BioWare.
These are all the interactions and how they play into each other in those rooms. There are thousands of routes in Heartbound. There are thousands of routes in Heartbound. Everything.
Okay, we get it. You're trying to be crazy.
Distinct from each other. There's a ton of interactions that you will never see. Anything you ever see me working on stream, it won't matter. People will say spoilers in the chat, but there are routes in there that no one's ever found.
What he tried to do is what Larian did with Baldur's Gate 3. The difference here is they eventually said, we have to stop. The game has to be done. And he's basically pulled the Team Cherry card of, I could do this forever. But even then, Team Cherry even acknowledged, we have to be done.
No, I think he's just lying.
I mean, realistically, he's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do have to wonder what would happen if Silk Song was in development forever.
Like, fair, they already said if they had just kept allowing their imagination to go, it would have been.
Like, what would 5 more years of Silk Song would look like, you know?
Oh, God.
It would have been even bigger. Fuck.
It would have been a 5 gigabit game instead of 2 gigabyte game.
Oh, no, I agree. He is probably just lying, I'll be honest with you.
There are rooms that no one has ever seen.
Thor had always desired to make individual choices and exploration echo louder than potentially any other game, like he tried to do with Chapter 1. For example, whenever you feed your dog bearing garbage or dog food, it largely helps determine the moral representation of the main character later on. This makes sense as the game's themes deal with morality and choosing to be either helpful or detrimental to others, which ties into Lor's relationship with his parents. Animus so far does have these moral choices, but rather than having them tie back to the story of Lor or the relationship with his parents or even his dog, they are mostly done to expand the stories of secondary characters or just to explore the morality of the player's choice. Furthermore, though Thor totes the expansiveness of branching paths and
So what you're telling me is, like a David Cage game, it all branches right back to the very end. and it's not an expanding story with multiple endings. It's a story with the multiple side characters and one ending. That's what I'm hearing here.
Happenings, there are many choices that end up being either detrimental to gameplay or entirely meaningless.
I have always loved the idea of a choose-your-own adventure comic book, choose-your-own-adventure video game, and I have made Butterfly Effect the game. Every environment in the entire game has usually dozens to hundreds of routes, all of them. In fact, one of the really easy ways to check something that you've done...
Okay, you're going from dozens, which is like 12 to 24, to hundreds. That's quite a leap there, my man.
Or not, is in the very beginning of the game, your bedroom. You can actually leave the bedroom without ever putting on your sweater. And all of the animations for the rest of the entire game change. And the ways that characters interact with you and address you is
not
different.
hard, though.
Because you're not wearing...
No, it's not hard at all. Even though I'm not like an experienced programmer, I'm pretty sure that's not difficult.
You know, it's really not.
You just got to change the initial animation.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, because everybody, this would only matter if every cutscene was pre-rendered, which it's not. Yeah. Because in that case, yeah, you would have to make a brand new cutscene every single time in order to account for the different options. But that's not how it works.
I just think he's trying to make it sound bigger than it actually is.
100%.
It's kind of funny though.
It's very deceptive too. Like the more I hear about him and how he marketed this, the more I'm like, wow, you really did just fucking lie to people.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, not even kind of. You just were straight up, like, talking right out your ass about everything.
Well, that is what a social hacker would do.
your sweater. And your health is cut in half for the rest of the game. And even as tiny things, a little small example.
So many reds.
Okay. I don't know if you guys remember, but I played that game, first chapter. Your health only mattered in 3 instances from what I remember. And 2 of those were bosses. I really don't think the health matters, my man, my broski. I thought I was going to get a game where I got to fight monsters. Instead, I got a walking simulator with a bunch of choices in it. Like, this legitimately makes it sound way better than it actually was.
From
the rest of the game, I guess.
With frameworks, it can be quite easy to make easy what if choices, or like Yondev, what if else he choices.
One of the characters while wearing your pajamas, which is Shelly, then save outside of her house, then put on your sweater after doing the save, then go back in and meet her inside of her house with your sweater on now. She comments on it, because 2 seconds ago you weren't wearing a sweater and she doesn't understand.
Not only does this deceptively consequential...
That's really gay, though.
...encounters twice as
That's
hard...
just literally ripping Undertale.
No, 100% it is, because that's exactly what Undertale did.
You're mad people compared it to Undertale.
Thor finds it important enough to have a secondary character comment if you decide to put the sweater on later in game in a very specific spot. In attempting to circumvent meaningless toys, he has only created them. At one point in development, quote, prior to patch 1.0.8b, but not patch 1.03b, the Jotunheim paths were determined by if the stove in Lor's house is turned on. The Muspelheim path would be activated if you turn the stove on. The Niflheim path will be activated if you left the stove off.
I'm gonna be honest, that sounds extremely retarded. I think that if you're gonna dictate which paths of the game I get to take based off of whether or not I activated a stove in a kitchen that I could actually just not interact with, I think that's just kind of dumb. Am I wrong? Am I legitimately wrong? That just sounds stupid.
No, that's what he's talking about right now, is these are absolutely useless and arbitrary paths that have no value and no meaning outside of like Thor, who's like, oh, I'm so clever for doing this. No, you're not clever. If there's no telegraph or no reason this would happen to me in game that I could reasonably pick up on, then you're just kind of lying to me and putting me in an unfair position.
Again, it goes back to the fact that I got so lost in this game that I had to look up a guide, and I normally don't have to do that. maybe I'm just retarded, but it was really that confusing to me.
Damn it.
Unquote. The determinant on which chapter the player could visit, and to that extent would be far from visiting, was choosing to turn an appliance on or leave it off. A decision that the game would even fail to highlight the importance of.
I like this. They're like Shaggy and Scooby. Turn on the stove. Great. Now it's a fire hazard.
What determines this path now is a value known as curiosity. On Reddit, a user expands on these values and emphasizes that these are only known because Thor talks about them. Quote,
oh my gosh.
Are two hidden
Imagine if you never watch his streams and you don't know these values exist.
Streams. Curiosity is how many
like me
interact with. High curiosity will make Jotunheim, Act 4 rightmost portal, be Muspelheim, lava, while low curiosity will make Jotunheim be Niflheim, ice. Fear is quote-unquote evilness, increasing when you feed Baron the garbage. Throw away the Viking feast, steal Binder's apple, etc. There are many ways to decrease fear, but the only one I know about is taking the dog figurine. There are probably more hidden variables we don't know about yet, but I'm sure once the game is released, we'll start learning about them from the data miners. Unquote. Though Thor emphasizes the importance of individual choice, he has still used simplified systems to calculate outcomes, such as with the karma system found in Fallout 3 that places decisions as either good or bad. It is this desire of complexity that Thor claims is delaying his game. What was meant to only be,
I mean, I would kind of believe it,
was now overshadowing.
It is definitely way too
complicated.
complicated.
From Jacksepticeye was not the choice in the demo. It was the tonal themes and mystery of what happened to Baron, or what Baron even represents. It was what Heartbound used to be when Thor initially conceptualized it as a comic. Not only is the novelty of choice delaying the game far beyond when it was meant to release, it is assuring that the game's community lacks in shared experiences and diminishes the game's ability to tell a crafted story, as it hands that off to a reflection of an endless list of choices that often have imperceivable weight. And that is Heartbound, and to that extent, Thor's core issue. He aims to make a game praised for its novelty, for its branching paths and routes resembling a puzzle rather than a story. While Thor's motivation for this change in focus is unclear, it could all be tied back to one of his inspirations. Not an inspiration listed on his initial post about the concept of Heartbound, rather an inspiration that he has shown himself to despise being compared to.
Can you pinpoint where along your journey growing up that you decided that you wanted to pursue gaming professionally, or game development professionally, or did it just sort of happen?
Yeah. So like I always kind of wanted to do that. I was always like, man, one day I'm going to do that. I'm working in AAA. One day I'm going to go, leave AAA and do this. And then it was funny because Undertale came out, and I was like, the hell am I waiting for? Right? Like if somebody can go make something like this and they can do it where there's flaws in it, there's like art flaws, there's like storyline, there's little pieces that are, it's an indie, right?
There's a difference here.
Well, why am I not doing this?
This is all possibly tied back to Undertale. Before the large-scale comparisons of Heartbound to Undertale, Thor was working
it all goes back
rate.
to Undertale.
To release 2 chapters into
It's so funny the way he
now
talks
he has
about
been
Undertale.
stuck on a single chapter.
And then he got mad when you compare it.
Yep.
He talks about Undertale like, oh, it's this deeply flawed product that I could just do better, because like I see all of these little issues it has. It's like, no, you fucking don't.
I mean, the reason Undertale even exists is because Toby was just a fan of Earthbound, and Nintendo gave up on it. And he wanted to see more of that, so he did it. That's it.
Like, I don't...
Toby is a great example of be the change he wants to see.
Exactly.
And
Sorry
And
for interrupting you, Mizu.
It's just so funny that he talks about it like he's just gonna do so much better, and you didn't. You did so much worse. It's horrendous.
It's honestly kind of hilarious.
Hilarious how bad it is.
it kind of is.
Chapter for nearly 3 years. A chapter that he was working on when MatPat covered
Mortis,
this game and
indeed.
compared it to Undertale, which infuriated Thor. This possible ambition to set Heartbound apart from even Undertale, a highly praised game, could be fueling continued delays and, to that extent, frustration from a lack of progress from both Thor and his supporters. The more Thor promises, the higher potential to underdeliver.
So Heartbound is the most anticipated of 2022 for the Game Expo, which is freaking rad. You guys are awesome. Next thing up for me is to go
And it didn't come out that year.
and release the rest of the Mossback storyline and then finish Animus off. And I am going to have that done probably in the next month or two. unless something horrible happens.
Unless something horrible happens.
Gadget.
He got long COVID.
later.
I've taken the last like week and a half off, and just kind of dealing with it. I had her for 18 years. It's a long time.
Thor's cat had passed away,
never mind.
and
Yeah.
he has taken time to mourn. By October, he announces back and ready to work to finish Animus.
And when this stuff gets translated, right there, just these kind of little blips here, the next patch goes out. Then I do this stuff. And then the chapter's done. That's it. That's the end of Animus.
2 more months passed without Animus. On Twitter, Thor again hints at the release of the chapter, this time giving a visual representation on how much is left to finish. There are only 3 scenes requiring programming, and 3 other scenes where programming is half finished. In a video released this same month, Thor again sets a deadline.
So 2023 is the year now. That's how I feel right now. It seems extremely likely, very, very high likelihood that we will get all this done in this next year, which is crazy. And it feels weird, but we're there.
This deadline was missed. Thor explains that
Oh,
he
shit.
found too many bugs, which
This deadline was missed.
stole his attention.
That's just his entire history with this game. Here was the deadline, we missed it. Here was the deadline, we missed it. And it'd be one thing if something was coming out, but nothing is.
The Nation of Farms attacked, yeah.
Like, he's gotta put out something.
Hey.
It's crazy how long Deltarune is going to take to be finished. The difference is that Toby keeps quiet about development until it's ready.
Also, Toby makes good games.
Yes, with great music.
So.
He still does do regular patches for the game every single month.
Real patches,
What?
not fake ones that put stuff that he didn't even do.
Oh, he does actually have
No,
little
no.
updates here. Okay. There's a monthly update for October and focus on adding
So-
storyline. Okay.
So, he has to do that now, though, thanks to Valve's
Unfortunate.
new rules.
Yep.
Because if he doesn't update the game regularly, they will note it as
Still working on
not
anime.
updated.
When
Oh,
was
I
the
love
last
that he's still
update?
working on Animus. October 31st. He does an update once a month.
Oh.
So it went from, let's see. He's doing monthly updates now, and the reason why is because if he doesn't do monthly updates, he is going to have to.
Steam will mark it as abandoned, basically.
Yep.
So if he doesn't mark it like that.
I'm sorry, wait, what? Hold on.
What?
Apparently a Horizon Zero Dawn MMO is coming out.
Well, that sounds horrendous.
Is it an actual like Horizon Zero or is it something else?
It's actually not even coming to PlayStation. It's coming to mobile and PC.
Oh,
that's
God.
disgusting. That's how you know it's bad.
I've
No,
made a
you could
mistake.
have known it was bad when it said Horizon Zero Dawn.
Well, Horizon. But yeah.
It's over.
First one was just
A lot of this patch was bug fixes, massive amount. I needed to set up the stage for me to release content faster, so the last 2 to 3 months have been me just fixing things.
Earlier in this video, Thor showed his visual content tracker. Comparing this to the tweet of the same tracker 2 months ago shows that he added 4 new, incomplete scenes between Picnic and Lost. Below Vapor Cave are also 4 other incomplete scenes. Animus has now been delayed 3 years since its initial deadline. If it was not
And guess what? It's still not done today.
clear that finishing
When did this
the game
video come out?
priority, the statement
Yes,
Pretty
it does.
weak. I'd say like
and the ones
really
following it also demonstrate as much.
I have another clue on this one.
Tim, there's still an hour left in this video.
For a very long period.
Well,
of time.
no.
An hour and 40 minutes.
The reason I asked is because these numbers could be even more, like, they were bad before, but they could be even worse now if this video was like a year or 2 or 3 years ago.
No, this video's a day old.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why I was asking.
what's funny is, like, it's just gonna keep going up. Like, as the video goes on, he's just gonna keep adding more time to it, and it's gonna, like, really sell it. Just how lazy Thor is. your game is taking longer to come out than Silksong at this point, which has actually officially been released. No, you're not gonna be making it like the next Silksong or anything.
No, he's not.
Especially with the reputation he garnered.
It's like that meme. It's just like there is no Tooth Fairy and there is no Fairy Godmother and there is no Heartbound being released in the next.
I think there's no Santa Claus. There's no Easter Bunny.
There's no Easter Bunny. There's no Tooth Fairy.
There's no
Yep.
Queen of England.
Megamind
that.
is such a good movie.
It was.
Somebody posted that like 2 hours before the Queen of England died on Twitter, and they immediately came back to Twitter. They said, "Oh my God, I take it back."
Please bring her back.
Accurate.
That is hilarious.
It's a
It's amazing.
a day, which technically actually makes it worse.
Not necessarily, but people inside of the Discord know about this. We've been working on a custom Minecraft server. It's called Bonk.
Oh.
But basically, this is an MMO, and we have hundreds of craftable items, hundreds of custom monsters, dungeons, like all kinds of stuff, different worlds, all kinds of stuff that's in there. And we're
Minecraft.
having a lot of fun playing it.
Besides attempting to create a literal MMO in Minecraft, Thor in April 2023 announces another time-consuming, albeit far better received initiative.
It's twitch.tv/ferret software, so I managed to get ferret software, and the main channel is /pirate software, which is pretty good. But it's a 24/7 animal cam. You can go and watch them anytime, and that's it. That's it. You just go see the ferrets.
This was the start of what would blossom as an animal rescue for ferrets. While these in themselves could be a better excuse for up to delays, Thor will pull out his oldest excuse to not work on Heartbound. Quote,
Recruit, I'm doing a challenge where I cannot move or jump. I am legit just
Back home, fever gone. I no longer
I was rooting for it, guys, and now we got it.
Smell.
The lungus is gone. Still my sense of smell. So I never lost my sense of smell. You know what I lost that was really weird? And it was caused by the happy hypoxia. I lost the temperature feeling of hot and cold.
With this bout of illness, rather than extend the recovery period to a year, it was less than a month.
Kind of a short one. I'm sorry I didn't get more stuff done, but that was a hell of a thing. That's the second time I've gotten COVID. The first time took 9 months to recover. This one took...
Wait a minute, I thought you didn't get COVID.
About 20 days.
Oh, you had bronchitis.
Counting of his recent illness and the one that took place 3 years prior, we can now piece it all together to show
Thank you
the
for
absurd
that.
picture he
Thank you
has
for that.
created. Initially in 2020, he got sick. It was pneumonia and not COVID because he tested negative for it. Then bronchitis, then a cold, then
Thank you for
COVID.
stopping
While
by.
these in themselves were two different instances of Thor being sick in 2020, he wrapped them together and stated they caused a 2.5-month delay where he stated he was doing much better. He somehow extended this to 8 months of illness, then to 9, then to a year, then back down to 9 months of illness. In 2023, in this new case, he states he had COVID for 20 days. Assuming Thor was entirely
Just right
truthful,
there.
that would be 9 months and 20 days lost to COVID. However, Thor inarguably lies when he states he lost more than double this time to COVID.
It's taken me about the last 7 years, minus 2 years, because I had COVID. Almost bit it on that, which sucked. But, so it's been about 5 years of dev time.
It gets worse. Thor at some point added another 6 months to the amount of dev time lost.
How long have you been working in this game? Was the coding a solo job? Yeah. Nobody else has touched the code base for Heartbound ever except for me. It's just me. I've been working on it for about 7 years, but I lost 2.5 years to COVID. It is a monumental kind of effort for this. How did it affect me? Well, my recovery was about 2.5 years, so I got long COVID. I can actually show you this in data. Kind of wild. We'll go to streams. I used to stream 7 days a week back in the day. And right here is where I went to DreamHack in January 2020, and I got COVID. And you can see what happened to my stream schedule.
I will never
There were
stream
like
7
months
days a
where I
week
just streamed
ever.
like 3 days. You can actually
Unless I'm making $10,000 a day, but
and I was
even
able to
still.
start doing stuff again, and then like we fixed the fungus problem.
Granted, if I was making $10,000 a day, I would hire a full team of moderators done.
Yep.
That's a lot of money.
Hey, thank you for stopping by, Gist.
5 moderators, $200 a day. If I was making $10,000 a day. Wow. He worked on his Minecraft MMO more than he did his own game, at least when I watched him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
I
surprised about
believe
that.
it. I would believe it.
Minecraft MMO.
He had a Minecraft MMO for a while. Don't know if he still does though.
Let's see.
and then I was able to do stuff again, and everything was cool. And I've been able to do it ever since, and I've gone back to being able to stream. Yep. It's like you can see recovery and data. Yeah. So like anybody that's like, it's not real or anything.
It is important to recall that Thor claims he could not work efficiently during this time, but he could develop a fair rescue, develop a Minecraft MMO server, and sink countless hours into EVE Online. Yet Thor kept this facade going. He continued to desire to appear as an active developer. In late 2023,
The biggest thing I need to stop doing is grabbing the increases the radius for the aura, because it prevents me from actually grabbing the XP crystals.
After that, Hall of Heartbound out by 2024.
In December 2023, after exhausting previous...
You know?
Block Game.
He's about a year late.
Block Game got an update on September 27th. This year.
Block Game? His server?
The Minecraft server.
Oh, I thought it had come out.
No, well, it's out. You can play it, but it got a patch, apparently, on September 27th.
Interesting.
But that means it is already more updated than Heartbound.
Why wouldn't I stream every single day? I think I get very tired of doing that.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot of
Don't get me
stuff
wrong.
that you end up not being able to do if you stream every single day.
Yep. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but do I want to do it every day? No.
Again, if I was making a lot of money, I would consider it.
Yeah.
You know? Even $5,000 a day, I'd do it. But...
Yeah, $5,000 a day, absolutely.
I'd do it $100 a day.
That's way too little for me. But
Well, even then, like, you could do like 500 a day.
Oh, that's me quitting job money. I'm leaving.
$100 a day, that's $3,000 a month.
Yeah, I'm quitting.
Would that be
I
enough
can
to
love
pay
that.
for your taxes?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I make less than that right now. What are you talking about?
Fair.
Fair enough. I mean, I do too, but...
On the wall now.
Excuses for delays, he has deployed a new one. Quote, I wanted to get a content patch out this month, but the community has increased over 50 times due to an explosion of our YouTube content. This took a lot of management and time to batten down the hatches and get everything organized. As a studio, we're way stronger now as a result, and there are so many of you here and enjoying the game that it's overwhelming. Thank you for everything, and I hope you enjoy what comes next. Unquote.
Which was nothing.
Hello, everyone! I am super glad to be back with the one and only Pirate Software!
He's taken over my shorts feed. There's just something about this guy that's like, he's a real person.
Pirate Software has recently blown up. He is somebody with an amazing resume.
Hi, my name is Thor. I've been in the fart industry for 20 years. I worked for Fart Entertainment, Fart Game Studios, and the United States Department of Flatulence, and now I own my own studio called Pirate Fartware.
You know, that honestly sounds way more accurate than
Yeah.
what the fuck you think now. And he laughs because he's probably right. He knows he's probably right.
I've been in the gaming industry for 18 years. Used to work at Blizzard Entertainment. I'm a hacker. I've been a hacker for 20 years. I've been an offensive security specialist for 20 years, dude. Now I make games on the internet, and this is what I've done full time for the last 5 years. I just make games.
Sounds so bullshit when you look back at it.
Yeah.
Thor's channel from September 2023 to October of that year jumped 10 times in views. This was a jump from 29,000 to 300,000 views a month. This increase is only significant because of the jump in views. However, the jump from October to December of 2023 is unfathomably large. This is a 76,000% jump in views. Pirate went from virtually having no following to surpassing 1 million YouTube subscribers. These were virtually all from YouTube Shorts, a format that was YouTube's answer to competitor TikTok short-form content, and Thor was the king of it. Everyone was learning about Pirate Software, the game developer that uses MS Paint in his shorts.
MS Paint is king. MS Paint is my favorite program ever.
Within these shorts, Thor establishes his wood.
MS Paint, though? I mean, it's a good program, but favorite?
Spread the fame of his
Enjoy
father
your smart
and made it
thumbnails.
clear that he is a game dev. This worked to make him appear as an authority figure on all subjects related to gaming, even something like World of Warcraft.
Also, whoever said World of Warcraft, WoW is not difficult. And that's coming from someone who is a Mythic Raider, dude. It's never been difficult at all. Here's how you beat WoW. Stop standing in fire, you dumbass. That's it. That's 100% it. Oh, look! There's a colored thing on the floor. I shouldn't stand in that.
One important particularly arrogant.
I feel like he should
I
take
don't have
his,
Athena.
He'd sometimes put others down to
Counter argument.
up. Thor and being reductive in describing the difficulty.
There are plenty of games where the color thing is what you need to stand in to not die.
Yep.
Like 14.
14's a great example. Yes.
Counter
Which he
argument,
also
Thor
made.
was in trouble for getting his entire guild killed.
Yes, he was. And
Yep.
that's even funnier. Which, when you think about that, did they all die because they stood not in, or they stood in the thing and he didn't? Because don't stand in colored orb or ring or whatever
That was
the hell.
one of the things that he ended up doing. Because if I remember correctly, he killed a boss and in WoW that you're not supposed to kill because then it just wipes the entire party. He gets pissed off thinking somebody else did it. Then he finds out he did it and doesn't take responsibility for it. And he just said, "Oh, well, anyway."
Just.
Because that's just how Mr. Pirate software is.
Yup.
The World of Warcraft makes a statement that he is both good at the game and that deaths or failures in-game are superbly easy to avoid. Any failure means you're a bad player. In hindsight, some of these statements have...
Oh man, that's funny to hear.
To be fair, he avoided death.
Mojang's mom.
This is true. He did avoid death at the expense of his entire
Everybody else.
career. Yeah.
Yeah, his entire career is now kind of in the tube. Because of that. Good job, dumbass.
Votes. And the reason why is I put more content in a day into Block Game than they do in an entire year, plus a mob vote. And they just throw the other couple of characters away.
I'm sorry, are you mobbing on...
Day of
Are you mobbing on fucking Mojang when you don't even have a game out yet, you motherfucker?
Yes, he
I
is.
agree with it. Mojang fucking sucks with that shit, but you don't get to talk when you literally never released anything.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Also, something he needs to understand is, yeah, it's much easier for you to develop a bunch of stuff for your block game when regular Minecraft has already paved the way for years.
Yep.
Like, you don't have to think up as much stuff, and you can see it when you look at any other kind of Minecraft voxel-based game, is the first, like, year or two of its existence is just copying Minecraft, or stuff that Minecraft already has.
Mama, okay.
If you want to see something
not
like
living through this.
21
Yep.
send $5 for more hats. Look up the webcomic Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Victory Fire. The entire webcomic was done in MS Paint. I'll link it in Discord.
Thank you.
No, the if you want to like actually look at something impressive, just look at the people that make like the create mod for Minecraft. That kind of stuff is impressive.
It is. I kind of like that mod.
What?
And
Pardon me, sorry about that.
always I debated. I don't think it's in Fabric right now, but if it ever is in Fabric, I would download it for it. This Fabric is what I use for my loader.
Yeah, I think it's a little behind right now on updates.
Well, I honestly don't care. I have to look.
But, like, the stuff it does is legitimately insane.
I'm pretty sure the create mod.
Look at him. There you
What does it download to?
go. See glasses?
What versions does it have? It only works in NeoForge. Wait, is that it? That's literally all it only supports NeoForge.
Why?
Hasn't a bunch of stuff moved to NeoForge though?
Possibly, but I can't use Lightmatica and Axiom on anything other than Fabric. And if I want to make mountains, I have to use use Axiom if I don't want to freehand them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I do a decent job terraforming. The Yellowstone hot pools here are pretty decent, but I am not gonna be freehanding a lot of stuff in the future. I think I'm just gonna see if I can make it with Axiom because. Yeah, I like this mountain, honestly. This mountain is, even though it's not that good, I like it, so.
Peep up.
It's my mountain. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Exactly. But yeah, I think moving forward, I'm just going to use
Tell them about
Axiom to help me develop the
Oh.
brand a little bit.
God damn, your stream just fucking hard crashed for me, Akko.
I don't know why.
It's because YouTube and the memory error. That's it.
Yeah, Brave does not like YouTube.
Nothing
I
likes
do-
YouTube. Nothing likes YouTube.
I do think that once I do complete this mountain, I am just going to focus on building around it and then seeing what I can put inside it, farms-wise. I don't want to put too many farms close together because then that creates lag issues. Like, I want to have different reasons to go to different spots in the world. So, I do want to, because I do have a side tangent before we get back to the rat. I do have a gunpowder farm already. I was thinking about tearing it down and building a
YouTube
new looking
does.
farm.
Mr. Monkey is
around
correct.
instead.
Yeah, Mr. Monkey is correct. YouTube does not like YouTube.
True.
If I remember correctly, there's a fabric mod that allows for the adding / working of forge mods in fabric. Oh, that's neat. I have no idea what it was or how it would work, but that's good to know. Anyway, so I do have plans to like tear down the old shell around the gunpowder farm I have and building a new one. After taking some pictures for posterity, and then I do need to figure out what I want to do there for the new one, because what I want to do is make a gunpowder farm, and then I also want to make a paper farm so I can automate making rockets out of it. That'd be cool.
Still.
Will be pretty easy too. Anyway, that's like a plan that I want to do for the future, and I don't know what I put there, but that would be the outskirts of this world that I'm working on.
Implementation. That shit is so
Oh,
freaking
so
easy.
good.
How many people work at Mojang? Like, what the hell is that shit? That makes no goddamn sense.
I forgot. I was pissed off at him because
Shut up.
he's
Why don't you put in the modding API?
Comparing his work to
Like 10 years ago. Why do you do that
Minecraft.
shit? Lazy as shit. Insane. Insane at Mojang.
The following is from a separate.
Fun fact: Mojang just deobfuscated their files so that it's easy to mod now.
On Java, because currently Bedrock is broken.
Bedrock is going to be broken for a while, I have a feeling, because unlike Java, which is way easier, Bedrock is built on a completely different platform. So, there's a reason, by the way, why I will never go to Bedrock. It's just less fun, and Mojang and Java's superior in my personal opinion.
Short.
Dude, it's always one of the things where it's like really easy for people to be like, devs are lazy because this feature isn't in this video game.
I love this compilation.
Framework. Every single game does things differently, and sometimes things are more or less difficult based on the way that they've architected that entirety of that game. So it's really hard to say like, oh, this is easy or that is easy. And usually to the layman, the person who's not working in those games, everything is easy because they've never done it before. And they're like, it's just a camera. My dude. I've spent like 3 months working on a camera before.
Thor in the shorts was a guru. He was the voice of reason, yet also a scathing critic. There were so many fresh eyes on him, so many people admiring his backstory, and what appeared to be a passion for game design, he managed to convince millions of his success. He was a fraud hiding in plain sight.
You guys have thrown so many subscriptions at the channel that we're now ranked 55 in the world. Thank you for everything. That is incredibly humbling.
There were questions asked about inconsistencies found in his content, but Thor always had an explanation, like why his voice changed.
Went back to the doctor. Doctor's like, hey, sometimes in your early 30s, your voice can change as a man, and it's effectively second puberty. This is what I used to sound like. That's what I used to look like to this 5 years ago. Wait for this. This is awful.
My hot dogs are freshly picked. I'm gonna have to peel it.
He could have just said he did
Yeah, that was it, dude.
While his excuses failed to convince all, they were passable likely because people liked Thor and had little reason to question them. As such, Thor on Twitter could be found exercising his authority, commenting on controversies, typically leading with his experience as a game developer or hacker. Naturally, he would be nominated for the Best Software and Game Development Streamer of 2023 at the 2024 Streamer Awards.
And the winner goes to the man with the voice changer,
pirate software.
That's hilarious.
Success easily translated to money. Though he had previously beat the Twitch hype train record at level 55, he nearly doubled that in 2024.
Ow.
A hype train on Twitch appears when there is a surge of monetary support, either through channel bits, which can be purchased with money, or subscriptions, which are also purchased with money. The Verge estimates that Thor made a healthy six-figure sum for breaking this record alone.
Rob
This
Beadle,
comes from
I
Thor's
agree.
popularity, which is attached to his credibility, and that is also attached to his game. With more eyes on Thor, there were now more eyes prying into his history at Heartbound. A Steam
At least
user
Vigo got him back later by beating him in the
Will this game be released? Another response, quote, I think
beating him in
it's
the
weird
hype
that
train.
the devs say they work on it every day
Right
on
there,
Steam,
Tim, come
but if
on.
you watch their streams, they barely ever work on it. Then they explain all the other stuff they do off stream, and it makes me wonder how they have any time left to even work on the game. I'm really hoping it comes out soon, because the dev did say it's supposed to come out this year. Also, to clarify, I am 100% for devs
I'm dead.
taking as long as need to work on a game, but it's a bit different when you release a game in early access that has been in EA for 6 years and now that people paid for it. You should be working to get it done as fast as you can, since you decide to release it in early access. Now, if it wasn't in early access, I wouldn't have that complaint, unquote. Thor responded to this user, citing his busy schedule, but also stating, quote, and despite that, I still managed to finish up the entire environment for the last area in Animus, most of which was done on stream. Perception is not reality. I work on a Heartbound every day, unquote. Thor was now experiencing a new degree of pressure, as when he promoted himself, he promoted Heartbound, the game with thousands of distinct routes, one that he worked on stream because it had so many routes and he could not possibly spoil them all. Except now, Thor was saying the game could be spoiled.
Someone asked, why do you work on this off stream? Because it's full of spoilers. There's so many things in this that I don't want to show to people, things that just aren't ready, that if I show you on stream, it's going to ruin pieces.
Damn.
Like,
That's my bedtime. Bye, Mr. Monkey.
nah.
Have a good one, Mr. Monkey.
Like, nah. Likely you'll never see those locations, but in the off chance you would, I don't want you to be spoiled.
Likely to quell the building
Gosh, that sounds
lack
such
of
like
business
such a
progress,
lie.
Thor was aiming to convince the public progress was being made off stream, though he still claimed to be working on the game on stream, despite viewers citing the lack of that exact thing happening.
General standard was there's a whole bunch of these games that do Kickstarters and they run away with the money. So I was like, how do I fix that? And that compelling factor, like, stepped in and said, why don't you stream all of it? Why don't you just show everybody? Also breaks the perception of he's not working on anything. I can see him working. It removes any whispers of that immediately because people can see it. There's a track record.
Thor had his audience convinced. Even those reporting on him felt no reason to challenge his claims.
He kept himself accountable, and I think this is one of the things that's really interesting is you can see the development of the game, the evolution, and almost like there's a charm to that of the documentation.
Wonder how this guy
creating
feels about
something
this
that you're
video
genuinely
now.
passionate about. And seeing Thor's success to this point kind of is that accumulation of that, of hard work, putting the work in, seeing it come to life, and seeing the result of it.
Thor, well into 2024, was still getting over 100 million views every month. His appeals to authority were getting more aggressive, but they, to the masses, appeared earned. So much so that creator Ludwig announced that he was making a game publishing company. Thor was to play a part in said company as the director of strategy, stating his job was to help pick games and to protect developers during contract negotiations. Thor was unstoppable. In July, his YouTube channel reached 2 million subscribers. An article by Mashable also released this month. It covers Thor's tremendous growth, his game Heartbound, and even talks about his time at Blizzard. Quote, it helped that he was a Nepo baby since his dad Joey Ray Hall had spent over 2 decades at the industry titan since almost the very beginning, unquote. Though this article gives positive coverage on Thor, as it is largely about his achievements, Thor was not pleased with that one sentence. Quote, we had a brief interview at a convention recently and you asked me many questions about my career, life, and community. This article starts by declaring me a quote-unquote Nepo baby and then tries to walk it back for the rest. My father's career had nothing to do with mine outside of a 6-month game
I just love how he says this.
I was 16 that went
And he literally admitted it
years in
earlier.
the industry and
Yep.
earned every minute of it, unquote.
Yeah, really
Just
not a
admit
fan
it.
of that.
Just admit that you were an
Not a
epitaph.
fan of that. It's one of those things that I've been trying to fight my entire career. It's one of the things that I've had to argue with people in chat about. It's one of the things that we ban people for here.
I ban you for calling me a Nepo baby.
Which you are. It's just, I've been fighting it my whole career, but you are. Like, just own it.
I just love it. Again, he said, "Oh, I was," a long time ago, and now he just wants to rewrite history.
Well, the thing is, like you said, he brings it up a lot, and I think about, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there's this channel called Cyanide and Happiness that does like these little skits.
Yep.
And there's one with a character called Fart in a Jar Martin, and every single time he gets introduced to somebody, somebody's like, "Oh, hey, what's your name?" He goes, "It's Fart in a Jar, Martin." They're like, "What? Fart in a jar?" He's like, "It was one time in the 4th grade. Like, why do you call me that?" And he's like, "You just told me." Is that with Thor?
Yeah.
Thor's all over, like, "I'm a Nepo baby, I'm a Nepo baby." And then somebody's like, "Wow, so you're a Nepo baby?" It's like, why are you calling me that? Like, how do you even know that? Are you a stalker?
No, you literally just told me. That is hilarious.
It is
I love
amazing.
that so much.
Anytime people say shit like that, because it's deeply disrespectful and it completely overwrites any of the things that I've done throughout my career as something that is somebody else's success, which they have not in any possible respect. And it's just rude as fuck. So, what do you say? In the thing, he said it was he called me a Nepo baby in his article. No, that's dog
I'm
shit.
an Aqua's a Nepo baby, please don't
Really
ban me.
No one has called himself a Nepo baby. He has admitted his first job at Blizzard was obtained from his father, but he takes issue with this with the second hiring, as he states he was hired under his own merit. Thor would use this clip of his father stating how an employee did not know his connection to Thor.
I remember one time he had, his boss had come to me because he came to me to apologize that one of his people talked to me. And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Well, Thor came up and was talking to you, and I don't think that's appropriate," and stuff like that. I'm like, "Okay." I go, "Just so you know, I'm going to keep talking to Thor when he comes and talks to me because he's my son."
Then this is Thor in an interview recalling this same story, only adding a very important detail.
QA was like, "Why are you talking to Joey Ray?" Because I was talking to him in the quad in front of, like in the middle of campus at Blizzard. And I was like, "That's my dad." And he goes, "What?" Just like freaked him out. I was like, "Yeah."
Oh my gosh.
I just never told you because it's not
Interesting
relevant to my
spawn.
job. That's kind of the point. So yeah, no one knew. And it was kind of like an open secret, I guess. The people who knew, but it didn't matter. And that was the whole idea behind it.
Thor here clearly states people, perhaps not that employee, knew that he was an executive's son. This is something his ex-coworker Cynthia will later attest to, and how his protection allowed him to ostensibly do whatever he wanted. Not only did Thor tweet directly detesting the article and stream himself expressing the same thing, but also would desperately try to retract the Nepo baby claim through other means.
He actually contacted the event that I had interviewed him at, and had the event reach out to me in an attempt to try to get the fact that I called him a Nepo baby taken out of the article. Which is, that has never happened before or since.
That was from an interview of the article's author conducted by creator Chud Logic several months down the line. Happenings such as this serve to flesh out the worst parts of Thor, but they don't cause much disruption outside of the few people involved. That much cannot be said about Stop Killing Games.
I'm not saying all multiplayer games should have private servers, at least while they're running. But once they're ready to shut down that central server, then they're the only option left.
That was from a 2018 video from the channel of Curse Farms, run by Ross Scott, who has been posting on YouTube for nearly 2 decades. For several years, Ross, beyond his other content, such as Freeman's Mind, in where he writes and narrates the would-be inner thoughts of the Half-Life protagonist Gordon Freeman, has made videos covering dead games. Not so much dead in the sense of a diminished player base, but dead in the sense of entire inaccessibility. A frequent example is when a multiplayer game becomes unprofitable, so the developer pulls a plug on the dedicated servers, which are the only servers that were ever available. This makes a game entirely inaccessible if there were no player-run servers, in some cases entirely erased. In 2024, Ubisoft killed the online component of the game
For the next 15 minutes, yeah, unfortunately.
A racing game.
And I'm going to bed.
Fair enough. Representing the United States.
Yeah.
But in this case, killing the online component did not just make certain that players
Been here for 10 hours almost.
It meant that the game could not be accessed at all.
Yeah.
In simple terms, to play the game, even alone in single-player sections, you had to connect to Ubisoft servers. But now players cannot do that because of the DRM, or Digital Rights Management. A system that was previously meant to combat piracy was now responsible for making the game inaccessible to everyone. This was a breaking point, and the realization for many that modern games were not purchased. They were not owned by the player, they were just licensed. Many saw this as anti-consumer, including Ross Scott, but he also saw a potential solution.
Well, we've launched a European Citizens Initiative, which would introduce new law in the EU to stop this. And if we get enough signatures, 1 million, yeah, I know, then there's a real chance this could pass into law.
In short, Ross Scott, alongside other organizers, were using the European Citizens Initiative to hopefully set legal precedent to stop publishers from killing their games. But it needs at least 1 million signatures from Europeans. And from there, the process begins to implement a realistic version of this into the law. Once this is set up in the EU, it is likely similar laws will be adopted in other countries. Ross Scott seeks game preservation for the sake of art preservation and for consumer protection. He floats examples of what a finalized law could look like, but then states that the end goal is one thing.
Publishers can continue doing whatever they want as long as you get to keep your game. It amazes me when some people say that's going too far in favor of the consumer. Though to be fair, that's probably not most Europeans. The idea here is we're just trying to stop games from being destroyed. That's it.
Pirate Software, learning of this initiative on August 1st, immediately took issue with it.
The problem is this. I work in the games industry. I have for 20 years. This looks like a nightmare. It looks vaguely written as shit. So this would not require publishers to assume liability for the customer actions. Except it would. Because every single time that somebody would go off and create a private server, and that private server would have problems, do you know who gets tickets for it? The parent company that made the original game.
Why?
You know how I know that? Because we got
I still don't know why he
thousands of
believes that.
tickets.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he is such a fucking retard.
The thing is,
Such a fucking retard.
private servers typically get taken down if a problem occurs. It's nothing goes on to the actual parent about that. Parent company about that.
It's at Blizzard for private servers for World of Warcraft. This is the most uneducated take I have ever seen in games.
The idea here
Jesus
is we're
Christ.
just trying to stop games from being destroyed. That's it.
No games are being destroyed here. These are live service games.
Ah.
Live
It
service
made me so
games.
pissed off back then. It makes me so fucking pissed off now.
Live service games typically die. People don't play them. I forget, was that same before or after Concord?
Before.
No, okay.
That was definitely before.
Oh, hey, Gabby.
We're taking as narrow an approach as possible that still solves the problem.
As narrow as approach as possible. Let's destroy all live service games, be completely disingenuous about the reasoning behind it, and say that we're saving games. That's really narrow, right? Yeah, very good.
Thor is being disingenuous with his coverage. Whether or not studios only selling licenses to their games, these games are becoming inaccessible. They are being killed in one way or another. Even Thor's example for World of Warcraft private servers does not hold up. In 2016, Blizzard sent a cease and desist to a popular private server running a much older but beloved version of the game, leading to the server's closure.
The thing is, you guys refuse to add your own servers. You refuse to do it. So Nostalrius does it, and you literally went out of your way, and you got them shut down. It was your game. That was so good.
That was Sodapoppin, one of the most famous, longest-running streamers who has made his name largely playing World of Warcraft. Nostalrius, in the end, demonstrated a desire for players for a classic iteration of the game to be made, one devoid of poorly received expansions and microtransactions. Since then, Blizzard has been running its classic servers since consumers made the desire clear. As the Stop Killing Games...
It's one of the best things that they ever did, honestly.
Hi, Amadeus. You
No,
can
it's
walk
not.
in front of the camera.
What is
Yes, yes, you are.
Absolutely is not.
What, not running classic servers? You don't think classic servers are good?
No, I think the idea of the classic servers are great. What they did with them is awful.
Well,
From what-
I don't
so-
disagree. I just think
so-
it's nice that they did it.
I agree. Classic WoW, what it does. So the idea is it was WoW before the first expansion. But the way WoW works is when you move to the next expansion, the content from its content story and everything from the previous expansion just basically gets sunset. The point of the classic servers was to have the classic game. Exactly. Guess what they did?
They started releasing the expansions in order again.
Uh-huh. Which means we're back to sunsetting content. And you still have to charge a subscription for it, too. It's a separate sub from WoW.
Ah, I thought I could do it.
Kiss my ass, Blizzard.
Yep. Hi, Amadeus. That
Sense of a game to shift focus to its upcoming sequels, as is the case of Overwatch 2. This only touches on some of the complexities involving the full implementation. The first step was to get a foot in the door, and Thor, rather than suggest what could be optimal implementation, was only working against it.
Finally, this is a diversion from really serious topics that politicians would prefer not to deal with.
So you're socially engineering politicians that don't know anything about the subject matter to try and push through an initiative about an industry you clearly don't understand.
You don't know
Stop
either.
killing video games in a way that would kill all live service games. Am I getting that right?
Thor was
I'd be,
not
you know,
right. The initiative.
Could I deal without live service games? Is the question.
I mean, yeah. I don't think I'm playing any live service games right now.
I mean, I know I'm playing a few, but would I be upset they go? Sure, but
It's important
would I
to
be okay if they're
remember
gone? Yes.
Live service and multiplayer are not the same thing.
Yep.
'Cause I think a lot of people get really hung
Very
up
correct.
on that.
No, I agree. They are completely different.
Like, what you
I
have
could
a
deal
live
with
service.
without live service, though, is the thing.
What you can see as live service is like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV, Guild Wars 2, stuff like that. What is multiplayer is something more akin to Minecraft or Repo or I don't know, any multiplayer game.
Oh, that's another random thing. Some people mistake live service as being still in development, and they would actually classify stuff like Repo as live service. It's like, no,
Yes, they would.
it's in development. It's not done yet.
Once it's done, it's done. Maybe we'll get expansions, but that once it's done, it's done.
But think of
It's
Lethal.
not live
Think of Lethal Company right now. It's like how many? How long is it per update?
Forgot that game existed, honestly.
Because Repo overtook it.
Yeah, Repo.
Granted, it was made by one person, I'm pretty sure.
And I'm sure the devs behind Lethal Company are seething when Repo took over.
No, I don't think so. No, Crinkles is not the spiteful person.
No? Okay,
no.
cool.
Yeah, no. Crinkles is not a spiteful person.
Crinkles. Is he a furry?
Yeah, he's a furry.
Okay, that makes sense.
Shocker.
Calling yourself Crinkles. and
Kringles,
you're a furry,
not
okay.
Crinkles. Kringles.
Slightly better.
You know, I don't hate Lethal Company, but I've said it before. Repo just did it better. Like, I'm sorry, but it's
No, it did.
Lethal Company leans more into horror. Repo leans more into comedy.
Yeah, pretty much.
As it was written,
Hi,
it was not
Amadeus.
set in stone. Regardless, he was completely against it.
Okay, I'm going to be 100% real with you. I don't even see a damn other way. He's clearly displayed all of the take on this. This would absolutely be targeting live service games, and it's specifically trying to get pushed through in a disingenuous manner because they're targeting politicians that know nothing about the field. This is shit. It's shit. Not only do I not want to back
forgot you
this,
said
I'm going to actively tell people not to.
Yeah.
He's targeting politicians that know nothing about the field. Those are the ones that pass the laws. Who do you expect him to talk to?
Matt Pat wasn't in at this point, that's the other thing.
Furries are behind every bad and good things on the internet. He also started as a Roblox game creator. He did. And the games he made on Roblox, people really did enjoy.
Yeah. What you need to consider about this, like, yeah, he's trying to convince people who know nothing about what we're talking about. But the point of what Ross is doing is telling them why we should. You tell them why, it is still going to be received well. And 11 o'clock, so getting calls, interesting.
Oh yeah.
He just didn't think any of his criticism through, and it's really funny that he didn't.
I still think he was being malicious with how he was presenting
Oh,
it.
I'm positive he is.
Oh, this is not a good start.
That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction. 100%.
Pardon me.
That's not stop killing games. That's start killing games. Is what that shit stands for.
Ross
Huh?
commented on Thor's VOD, quote, I think there's a combination of
Don't
values clash
think
and
about it that much.
misunderstanding on much of what we're asking for. For example, WoW will likely be exempt from this measure since it's considered under the law as a true service. In other words, the customer is told explicitly when their access ends at the time of payment. Most live service games do not do this, which could run afoul of EU law. There were many misunderstandings in your video. It's clear you hate the initiative, and I doubt I would change that, but I would encourage you to at least hate it for what it accurately is. Unquote. Ross Scott names Pirate Software as the highest profile person against the initiative, and invites him to have a discussion where things could be clarified. Thor responded the following day.
Where we could at least clarify things, but your choice. I don't think I want to do that. And the reason why is this. It is because specifically your video that made me not interested in wanting to talk to you. It is specifically this portion of your video, right here, where you discuss reasons why your initiative could pass. And your description of this, I find to be disgusting. So politicians are going to put this forward because it's an easy win, they don't understand the subject matter, and it's a diversion from more serious issues. I don't have any respect for that. And I don't have any reason to have a conversation with you because of this. Good luck.
I
can't align myself with a person that is doing that. That's really gross, dude.
Thor, as the largest voice in opposition of an initiative, is not engaging with it because of Ross Scott's cynical joke about politicians. Instead, Thor released not one, but two videos, uploaded on August 6th and August 7th, addressing stop killing games. Naturally, Thor opens the first video with an appeal to authority.
Hi, my name is Jason Hall, also known as Pirate Software Online. I've been in the gaming industry for about 20 years. I used to work at Blizzard Entertainment, then Amazon Game Studios, and now I own my own studio, Pirate Software.
You know, I didn't think about it before, and I think might be where we're going to wind it down. But saying that you worked at both Blizzard Entertainment and then Amazon Games should have really been a red flag for people. Knowing where Blizzard and Amazon Games are now, that I feel like maybe that should have been more of a red flag than people gave it credit for. Am I wrong?
No, I would say you're pretty right.
Because like, yeah, it was respected to work at Blizzard, but like, now that I'm thinking about it, no, in hindsight, people should have been like more wary of it. Excuse me. That's just me though. Anyway, I think chat.
Yep, that's
It's been 8 hours, or excuse me, 10 hours. Oops, that's the wrong button. About how tired I am. I've been streaming for a long time today. And you guys have been fun. I hope you enjoyed making fun of a Warhammer guy. I'm excited for his reply that I will probably not react to. It depends on how funny it is. It depends. Oh, goodness. Alright. Tired.
We'll go to bed then. I'm gonna jump off. I mean, I in the stream, I'm damn jumping off.
Alright, I'm throwing people over.
I'm going to jump off because I just died as well. Thank you everyone so much for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Give everyone that I linked their channels to your love as well. God, I am tired. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this impromptu emergency relocation of a stream. I didn't think I would get 36 viewers on MEGABONK. Especially this late at night. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. As a reminder, I will be Discord is being made. When the Discord is done, should be next week. I will be doing a 12-hour live stream.
All right, chat. You guys have a good night.
Yeah.
See you on Friday.
Same here, guys. Good night.
Night, chat.
Night, night. Bye-bye.